listening to Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Hello. That was my very normal and natural greeting for our internet audiences. Hi, I'm Jason. This is Vault 818 on Happy Jacks, and this is completely wild. Everything that's happening here, and we haven't even left the town that the vault spilled out into.
So, what do you mean? This is all perfectly normal.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Now that you took a drink, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Samantha. I play Extrabeth, Extra Germanata, descendant of Lady Gaga and the reconstituted DNA of David Bowie. And I play the Hocus, who is a cult leader.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm Jay. I'm playing Syndy Mark 8, the descendant of Tessa Thompson and Janelle Monáe. I'm playing the Skinner, and I am a lead member of Extrabeth's cult.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Principal dancer, in fact.
Principal dancer.
I am Tappy, and I am playing Hannibal A. Ta'am, who is descended from the entire A-Team.
Nice. And I'm Kimi. I'm playing Heart Rock Diesel. I'm the driver, and I am the descendant of The Rock and Vin Diesel.
Yep.
Yep.
When you have a cafe, so you can be the Heart Rock Cafe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, before we jump in, Tim, do you want to do our recap?
Sure.
Sweet.
Let's see what happened last time.
This is the best part.
Consult the Book of Armaments. Let's see. Wait, was that really all session 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, we did a lot. Let's see. The head of security for the vault, Chick Norris, pushed her way out of the door as it opened. She stomped across the yard with other vault dwellers in tow, prepared for battle, but sort of not surprised. She yelled at Hart for not reporting in and kicked her off the security team. Norris was not convinced by her description of the clown battle. Extra walked into the crowd to bless them. A clearly rotting individual reached out. She blessed him and encouraged him in his dreams of dance. Hannibal pulled Extra aside and told her about a plan to switcheroo the water on Dr. Giggles and the clowns. She told him briefly about the vision, and he believed her. Syndy walked over to talk to Lance, who was very impressed that we were all alive. He said Overseer Moss is still on board with the original plan to improve the wasteland. Syndy tells him that we have established a rapport, and the vault should include us in coordinating with the townsfolk. Hannibal ran back into the vault, found his supervisor Steve, a fellow member of the IATSE 33, to talk to him about the water situation. Steve is super surprised the townsfolk aren't dead. Hannibal asked him about running some hose or pipe out for water, and Steve said it okay, as long as Overseer Moss agreed. Hart heard a gruff voice ask if she's seen the XL-1 plate. She turned to find Sheriff Graw handing her a power armor piece. He told her about the Brotherhood of Steel. They chatted armor and bonded a little. Comfortable silence ensued.
Grunting.
We're not being sarcastic. It was
comfortable.
Yep.
It was really beautiful.
It was very cute.
Two people who don't talk a lot hanging out together.
Makes for good radio. The townsfolk mentioned another religious organization called the Followers in the 1100s, who are headed by Ares and kidnap people or attack, and also told our crew about the NCR government and President Kimball. Extra convinced them to take part in the Sinner's Prayer and gave them champagne. There were tears. Mitch the Ghoul is now enthusiastically converted, along with 12 or so townsfolk. Lance has had a long conversation with Overseer Moss. He gave Syndy an adorably dorky thumbs up. Sheriff Graw, Mayor Tandy, and the Overseer grouped up to meet, and Moss called over Syndy, Extra, Hart, and Hannibal. Hart tries to help up Sheriff Graw, but fails, and they both fall on their butts. Mayor Tandy opened the meeting, welcoming everyone. The overseer thanked her and said that improvements will begin directly. Hannibal will head up engineering, Hart security, and extra quality of life. Hart and Hannibal's workshops will be moved outside. Extra assembles a team of followers to begin constructing a temple/residence, and an artist to render Dr. Giggle's portrait. Hannibal organizes some water system upgrades and puts the IATSE crew to work. Syndy has cozied up to Lance and walks into the meeting with Overseer Moss and the mayor. Hart gets jelly and puts her hand through a wooden wall. Extra heads back into the vault to shower and freshen up and change outfits. Hannibal finds a plan for new, quicker door construction. It's not 100% clear where the materials will come from, but he talks to Chick Norris to get security on board with the new door protocol. She's not super convinced, but could be if Hannibal made some advances. Winky face. He's into it, and they go back to her bunk.
Question, did you spell out winky face?
No, I just drew a winky
Excellent.
face.
I was totally just thinking that.
It's hard to pronounce the symbol, though.
Yes.
He learns that the Overseer ordered Chick to remove Hart from the security team. In the meeting, Mayor Tandy reveals that she is part of the former presidential family. Current President Kimball sucks and wants to invade Vegas. 2080 is the next election year, and the seat of the country is in San Francisco. People are starting to notice that Overlook has a lot of water, and they want it. There are a few local threats, including Dr. Giggles. One of the townsfolk went missing, and they think the clowns got them. Syndy suggests that effective leadership would take care of the clowns, and that we could do that, and expresses an interest in civics. They get a mental note from Lance to pull back a little, and backpedals to more intel on the clowns. Apparently they live in an old car factory and are jerks. The new extravagants include Jones and Sundown, the town people of the evening, and the barback Mitch the Ghoul. Hannibal clues in Chick Norris on his plan to defeat the clowns. The next morning, the chapel and workshop is mostly set up. As the sun is coming up, Hart wheels her power armor rig out to the workshop, and Graw is carrying over another one. He seems pleased that she can use a second one. Extra leads the new followers and extravagants in some pre-brunch Pilates, while bartender Joe is opening the bar restaurant for breakfast. The gate down the hill is open. A two-headed Brahmin is coming up the trail with a portly chicken-legged man. Hart is pretty weirded out by the Brahmin and goes over to check it out. They moo at her in two-part harmony. Hannibal was still in Chick Norris's bunk. I can't not say Chuck Norris. It's very difficult. Dressed and headed out to get started on his day. Syndy woke up in Lance's bunk, came out to take part at the end of morning Pilates. Hart went back to work on her new power armor and installed the new arm bit on her fighty armor. Hannibal came out to go to the workshop when movement on the hill caught his eye. There is a giant brown monster, a Deathclaw, moving down the hill towards Hart. He yells out to her and draws his weapon. She is confused and gets bull-rushed, but the Deathclaw slashes at the armor instead of her. In the chapel, Extra hears the Deathclaw, indignantly shouts that the brunch interrupter must be punished, and the extravagants grab weapons and run out to savage the Deathclaw. Do not interrupt the brunch. Syndy stabs it and finds it a bit large, gets backhanded into the dirt. Extra climbs up onto the chapel scaffolding to gaga rah 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 at the Deathclaw, distractingly in her sparkly armor. Deathclaw is very confused. Hannibal grabs an acetylene tank, wings it at Deathclaw, who briefly catches it, just long enough for him to shoot the tank. The Deathclaw is hurt, but Hannibal and Hart are blown back. Extra shouted down to the followers to drag Hart out of the fray. Syndy threw their knife at a cut on the Deathclaw's neck as the other extravagants hacked at it. It slumps over dead. Hannibal drags Hart into the workshop to fix her. She berates him, drifting in and out of consciousness. He hot glues her wounds back together, and she's got a couple cracked ribs. He runs the Geiger counter over her, and she is a wee bit crackly. Sheriff Graw walks over. Extra asks if the thing is edible. Yes. The extravagants begin to dismantle it. Graw hacks off the hands for Hannibal and the head for Extra. Hart is taking a recovery nap. Syndy picks himself up out of the dirt unhappily and wanders over to the sickbay. Extra directs the followers to boil and rhinestone the Deathclaw skull as a helmet, and then begins to sing the hymn Joanne over the injured. Forgot I did that. Hannibal has to reset Syndy's shoulder using part of the power armor stand. He checks Syndy for radiation. Yes. Graw heads out, and Chick leans in to see what's going on.
All right.
So, let's just jump right in and pick up where we left off.
Okay.
We have to highlight our stats.
Yeah, we'll do that in 1 second.
All right.
Just with Chick leaning around and be like, what the hell's going on here? You're...
Sleeping in a conscious.
Yeah, and you're getting your arm sort of reset.
Yeah, that's right.
You're doing the work, and we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Whereas Extra, while the first aid's going on,
She's probably indignantly tidying up the chapel because brunch is not happening right now.
it's not gonna work. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Hannibal's gonna look over at her, like, we just got attacked.
What now?
Well, we got attacked by some giant creature-y thing. And I grab one of the Deathclaw hands and shake it at her like, this is its hand.
What the... What?
I know!
This place sucks.
Yes. Everything sucks. Oh. I'm gonna need some right away.
Well, okay, but we don't have infinite rat-away.
Yeah, I know, but, I mean, right now I'm irradiated, and we got some other people that too. So, I'm gonna need some for my little infirmary out here.
Okay, well, I'll go see what I can figure out, I guess.
Alright, thanks.
Okay, so Chick heads off across the kind of open square. So I've described this before, but there's like this big open square with the mountainside behind it, and then overlook is pinned above the path that would come up into this sort of clearing flat area in the mountainside that also is the faces where your door opened up. So this big open area is there. Chick crosses back to go into the vault, and you can see a number of townsfolk starting to come out and set up folding tables that have the original folding legs and then a couple of plank legs that are definitely going to hold some things up, and they're putting out blankets and putting out some odds and ends goods, different types of things. And I think Sheriff Graw had left sort of it's just one Deathclaw, was a little confused. And he'd gone back inside. So we'll just pause there for a second and talk about managing lifestyle expenses. So in Apocalypse World, they have just a system called barter. This is also the point where you all are learning that everything is in caps. And you're like, we've thrown away so many bottle caps in 200 years and recycled them. Why did we do that?
Oh, man.
No one explains there'd be a cap-basis economy.
Yeah. There was no way to anticipate that. You all have goods and things to trade, but who does that really belong to? You've been living in a socialist hideaway.
Yep.
Overlook practices a little bit of people who live here permanently will get preferential treatment for things that they need, but they're not quite as socialist as it was inside the vault. Where just everybody got whatever they needed because it was all sort of rationed and Everyone knew exactly what they were going to get every day, and everyone had a job to do. So, the Apocalypse World game manages this by saying that you have a certain amount of barter. Typically, one barter, when it's time to ring in for lifestyle expense, one barter manages what you've got now.
I'm going to stop us for a second because somebody's mic is kind of rushing. I think it might be yours, Jason.
Well, it probably folded over.
Yeah, it folded over too much. There you go. Oh, that's better. I think. Much better. All right.
Sorry.
There you go. You're good.
Hopefully it'll be good now. So the one barter, in this case, means you will have managed all the things that you need to eat. You've got a bunk or a place to sleep or whatever. But managing your current condition means the little dot on your health wheel will remain.
Okay.
Right? If anyone wants to spend 2 barter, then you will sort of maintain what you've got and be able to erase that dot. As it turns out, Radaway and Radex are extremely valuable in this world. So, the Radaway that's available, Overseer Moss is not hoarding it, but has acknowledged its incredible value and that the vault is going to need to trade for things. And so, if people want to get that, there has to be, some kind of back and forth. So, the kind of nebulous way to handle that is to say 2 barter is going to manage your lifestyle. You'll have all the basic things you need, and you will be able to erase your radiation dot. That's what we've got for that.
Okay.
All right.
Spoiler: the dot is radiation.
Figured that one last week. We got there. So do we just do that now? Or?
Yeah, it's up to you. Look at how much barter is on your character sheet, and you don't necessarily erase it. It's just if you have more than 2 barter, then we'll know, okay, you have some left over for now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to do lifestyle again, we'll sort of figure out what's going on.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to spend 3 barter, so I have 1 barter of cool shit that I can give to Chick Norris.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, jot down some notes on what that's going to be as you think of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 barter, so I'm going to spend said 2 barter
Okay.
in order to erase the dot, since I still am holding
Get yourself
1
cleaned up.
harm.
Yeah.
from
Oh,
before.
and we'll go ahead and erase all harm as well.
Okay.
As we still have access to the vault, medical bay at least,
All right.
and there's a legit doctor in there. Not that you're not legit, but
So going to the sick bay healed me all the way entirely.
yeah.
Cool.
I healed you.
Yeah. While we're
I'm
here,
grateful. Very grateful
when
to
we're
Hannibal.
at the vault / overlook, we have the resources to erase, erase basic harm.
Got it.
So
Cool. I'm going to spend 2 barter to get rid of my Radaway, and I do still have some left over.
okay, great.
Yeah,
I don't have any left over.
I have 3 barter left over because I start with 6.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Rich.
Fancy.
Can I also go into the bustling marketplace looking for something in particular?
Yeah, we'll get there in a second.
Okay, cool.
I will spend 2 barter.
Okay.
I'm not sure how many I have left. I know I have that, though. I have some extra barter, but I can't find in the moves which one it came from.
It should be on your driver sheet.
Yeah. I was looking at it.
Okay. Well.
Oh, 4 barter.
Okay.
Cool. So yes, I will spend 2 on clearing out the dot.
Yep.
Radiation, that's the word I was looking for.
Mhm.
Dot
Rads.
is not the thing. Yes.
Rad dot.
Red hat.
So one other sort of background thing that I want to lay out, because I realized all of you would just know this, growing up, it's a thing that you learned, especially because everyone knew your generation is the one that's going to come out of the vault. You're going to be adults when this happens. You need to know what to do. And so the big plan, I mentioned this a little bit last week, was to deploy the GECK, which is the Garden of Eden Creation Kit, GECK. And that has, in the games, has been a number of different things. In one case, it was like a briefcase with like seeds and awesome fertilizer and like a relatively basic kit. And in other games, it's been like a magic ray that like changes the dirt and the water and like is this incredible resource. And what you know your Gek to be is a little bit of a toned down version of the magic ray.
Okay.
But it is meant to be deployed, and when you set it up and have the right resources plugged into it, it will sort of create an area, a fairly localized area that will be, arable land and, sort of some ongoing sustainable resources for the foreseeable future until you can sort of get everything else back on its feet.
Will it de-ratify water?
Yeah. It'll create, like the water that you put into it will come out clean. It's going to create soil that you can plant things in. And I should also say, in this big open space, there's like a few rows of corn and the mute fruit. We talked about that last time. There's some odds and ends of scraggly looking crops, that a few people from town take turns taking care of. But they also trade for a lot of their food. So, we're seeing them set up this whole marketplace right now. Before we go any further than that, are there any questions about what you should know about the Gek? Because a lot of that it should be common knowledge for you guys.
Okay. Does that mean that the overseer is the gecko?
I was going to ask that same question.
I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Yes.
Are there any other questions about the Gek?
No.
Okay. Most of the time, if you need to know something about the Gek, we're not going to roll dice. I will just tell you.
Right.
Do
we need any, this is knowledge, we all know how to operate it and what it does.
You all went through the course.
Okay.
Right? and if you were to, deploy this thing, you could probably figure it out because it's also made for relatively simple instructions.
Right.
But it needs some kind of water source, right? And the vault water has been recycled for 200 years, is not an endless water supply.
Got it.
So it needs, just kind of like your rough memories. I don't know, did anyone major in Gek deployment?
No.
No? Okay.
Definitely not.
No.
All right, yeah, it doesn't seem like we have any sort of Gek specialists. But that basic knowledge is there. It's something all of you had to learn, and then everybody sort of specialized and went.
So what you're saying is we need a Gek operator.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. We will follow that up when anyone wants to look more closely at that. I mean, it's certainly something that the overseer wants to deploy, but we also don't want to deploy it in a situation where we can't defend where we live
we
now.
don't want it overrun by clowns.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Nobody wants that.
No.
Surprise clowns. I don't think even anyone wants expected clowns.
No.
Or
Mostly-
clowns which ask politely to enter. No.
None of those
Mostly
things.
no.
Yeah. Okay, so we've laid the groundwork. Let's highlight our stats.
Okay.
Before we go
Let's
any further.
highlight.
So, erase whatever's highlighted now. Note whoever has your highest hicks,
Kicks.
your highest history in
What do
the HX.
we do if there's a tie?
You pick one at your whim.
Oh, okay.
And if one of them is the person you picked last time, let's pick the other person.
That presupposes I remember who I picked last time.
Cool. You can roll a die, you can pick at your whim, whatever. Does anyone have a clear winner on their sheet?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you go first, and then I'll pick the other thing that I want you to highlight.
Extra.
Let's go with cool.
Okay.
Do you roll sharp to make stuff, or is that? Do you have weird or something?
The workspace, you don't roll anything. It's just you tell me what I need to do, and if I do it, the thing happens.
Okay. What if you're kind of out on your own and you had to whip something up? Do you have a roll weird for instead of sharp or something like that?
I have roll weird instead of cool for doing something under fire, but it isn't like outside of my workshop. I can't really make. I don't have a welder or anything like that. So,
do you have a high sharp?
My sharp is 1.
Yeah, I kind of want to see Hannibal think his way out of a problem because we know he's kind of that engineering mindset. I want to see what he can do. Anyone else have a clear number 1? Okay, well, Jay, why don't you just pick one of your ties and...
I'm going to pick Hannibal.
Okay.
Hannibal is impressed with how you killed the motherfucking Deathclaw.
That's right.
And wants to see you be hard.
Hard? Yeah. All right.
Go hard.
Go hard or go home.
And
we need you. Kill the Deathclaw.
I also really liked how Syndy was getting into the politics game last time, and I'd like you to highlight hot as you work that convincing game.
Start pressing the flesh, so to speak.
Let's do extra next.
Let's go with Syndy.
All right.
Let's see. I'm all about you and your brainwaves. So let's highlight weird.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get weird.
Fucking whack nut.
Let's get weird.
Fucking whack nut.
Like that was in question.
It's gonna get weird.
I am also curious to see Extra actually rip something apart with her own hands.
Ooh,
I don't know if that'll happen, but please highlight hard.
It has happened once before.
That's true.
It did
and I liked
stab
it.
through a clown's spine.
It was awful, and I liked it. Sorry, not sorry. How about for heart?
Hannibal.
I would really like to see Heart gain the adoration of the person she loves.
Aww.
So I would like hot.
Okay.
Aww.
So you'd be sexy as fucking it on there.
Yeah. All right.
And we know you're going to get hard, but what?
Ahem.
Well, I don't get it.
Not
Why is
doing
everyone
phrasing
laughing?
anymore.
I mean, it's okay if we're not. Someone tell me we're not doing phrasing.
So, I'd like you to highlight cool, because I want to see Heart under fire and get shit done.
Cool.
She doesn't strike me as panicky, and I want to see that play out.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you do you.
Okay.
Okay, so if I can just flip forward a couple hours, this big marketplace is being set up in the open area. It was originally not long after dawn when the Deathclaw attacked. So by 9 or so, all the townspeople who are going to set something up have set something up. There's about a dozen stalls, and there are 2 traders who there's the one with the spindly legs guy, and there's one 2 women have a similar kind of cart, and they're obviously twins, they're identical twins. So those 2 have come in and set up their cart as a sort of stall. The spindly legs guy has mostly odds and ends, even here's a folded suit of clothes and a matching pinstripe suit kind of thing, and just odds and ends, whatever, ball of string, rubber bands, whatever you might need.
Nice.
Elvish rope. Yeah.
As one does in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the gals, the twins, have mostly ammunition and some kind of smaller firearms.
Okay.
Now, all that being said, Gra comes back downstairs with a minigun, and it's nobody's freaked out, right? So apparently this is market day, and he has this harness, strapped over his shoulders and the minigun is on this like articulated arm that looks very well oiled and very well taken care of.
Like the smart guns in Alien.
Yes, yeah, it's just like that, and most of the time it's just pointed up and sort of hovering right behind his right shoulder, and it's just sort of flexing as he moves around. It like kind of rolls and moves with his movement, and he's just walking around like talking to people and everyone, so no one's freaked out that he has a minigun, but it feels like an important detail.
Yes.
So that's
Okay.
that's something to note.
Oh man, I want that for Heart so badly.
I
wants
like
that
his
for Heart so
accessory
badly.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A+ accessory.
Oh my god, can you imagine a minigun that's all blinged out? What it would look like when it's spinning?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's,
god.
it's not blinged out, but it is clearly oiled, cleaned, and well maintained.
I bet it does like a disco ball effect, like all around as it like.
Oh yeah, if
Oh,
you
that'd
had
be cool.
the rhinestones on the
Yeah.
outside of it as it's spinning,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that'd be
That'd be
amazing.
really
Sorry,
If you
yeah.
had
cool.
lights on it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have
do
to have the
that
lights.
Yep.
Dedicated lights for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So
Can I go around and look for some heavy weapons?
you can tell right away because it's not that big a market that nobody's got like rocket launchers or miniguns or anything like that. It's the most we've got is a couple of assault rifles at the twins' cart, and other than that, it's yeah.
Can I look for a janky ass homemade laser weapon like the laser musket?
It seems like the people who would have that would be the twins, and it looks like the market here is mostly like goods, odds and ends. Like people are trading food, people are trading water, some meds. There's one of the like a whole section of the Spindly guy's cart is full of booze, and Joe and Mitch have come down to sort of like haggle with him, and it seems like a fairly friendly haggle. Like they know each other. They'd go through this every time, and you know they're probably going to drink together when this is done. But they have to, you know, it's tradition at this point. So you could tell this market has just an easy nature to it. It is familiar and must be done frequently. It didn't happen yesterday. They also had closed the gates yesterday, but it didn't seem like people were banging at the gates to get in. So. Who knows? So this is where we are. There's also in the square a lot of the visiting folks. So those two vendors set up. There's also just like random people showing up because they know the Overlook market is open.
Okay.
And they're coming here to shop from Overlook, shop from those two folks. I should probably just say their names and stop calling them Spindly Legs and the Twins.
That's what I wrote them down as. So
Yeah.
They are thus christened.
Can I just name him Spindle? Is that
Spindle, yeah.
Yeah, all
That's a
right.
good name.
I think that's a good name. His name is
Really?
Spindle.
You think that's a good name?
Yeah, I do. For totally unrelated reasons.
And the twins just have the same name.
No, I think it's Sally and Daniel.
No. I was going to say Gemini.
Sally and Daniel?
Yeah, her name is Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I went to high school with Daniel.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Spindle is probably called that because he also has like rolls of stuff like fabric and ballistic cloth and stuff that he's clearly like ripped up, Kevlar fabric duffel bags and whatever else, like gotten it as flat as he could and has rolled it up, and so you pull it off and it comes off in like weird pieces, right? But if you want a bunch of some kind of fabric, he has some of those.
nice.
So yeah, but unfortunately, no heavy weapons, no energy weapons. If they're common, they're not common here.
Got it.
So
Cool.
Are there any animals for sale? Heart's like fascinated with animals now.
huh?
She's just kind of interested. There's like this crazy two-headed cow and like I don't know.
There are two of the two-headed Brahmin, right? Spindle has one, and the twins have one. But they're not for sale.
Right.
One person who, just this lady in kind of road leathers and has an assault rifle on her back and a big heavy bore pistol. has a dog with her, and the dog looks fairly normal. Sort of like mangy lab-sized, but also looks like a scrapper, like scars and some patches missing in the fur. It's got this kind of black-gray fur. Is it ash? Is it dust? Is it gray fur? Like, who knows? And it's not like attacking anyone, but it stays right by her at all times. And so, but other than that, you don't see chickens or there's
No.
All right.
not that you've seen.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to the girl with the dog.
Oh,
Lady with
okay.
the dog.
Yeah.
So is the dog packing heat?
7. Okay.
Oh, what's
I have to roll
happening?
my fortunes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 7. They have a surplus, but choose one want. Okay. So they have a surplus of either party or stupor. I forget. Oh, definitely they didn't have stupor because we haven't had avocado toast and mimosa
Well,
yet.
on the other hand, they did get knocked around a little bit in the fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So they may be... Stupor
yeah.
could be, like, recovering.
Yeah.
And they didn't get avocado toast.
And
I
no
know.
avocado toast.
That seems like a
and they-
negative, though, and the surplus seems like it should be a
Oh,
positive.
you're right. You're right. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
it's also drugs.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Why is stupor a positive? That doesn't sound like a beneficial thing.
They don't attack you or anything like that. Like sometimes things can go wrong when you try and get them to do something.
Oh, they don't attack the Hocus.
Yeah,
like,
they
they're
don't
not
attack the
going to
Hocus.
turn on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe not anything because they're too drugged out.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Let's give them a surplus of party because they did want some savagery and they got it.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
And they want more apparently because that's the only want I have as my option.
Yeah, I mean, we can look up more stuff if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's more fun
Doable.
to have lots
Yeah.
of things. Okay, so you approach this gal.
Yeah.
She is talking to what's her name? Sundown. The one of the whores who is currently at Joe's water stall. Like, he has one section where he's just like selling drinks, and another section where it's bottles of like travelable containers of water.
Got it.
And so they're talking to each other, and this woman's like talking to Sundown about buying some water, and they're trying to figure out how much it's going to be.
Okay. Well, when they're done, because I don't want to be rude and interrupt.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like your dog. I haven't really seen any before. Where do you get dogs?
They kind of just turn up. Or in a fighting ring, she seems like real uncomfortable. You're also about a foot taller than she is, right? Like, she doesn't look like a wimp, but like, when you have to look up that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she says, they kind of have dogs, up on the ridge, and they had something like a dog out in brine, but I don't think you'd want one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This one found me.
Okay. I will look out for dogs that show up. Thank you for your time.
Huh? Just looks real like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she heads back to her shop.
Okay.
That is what I want to do.
Goals.
Because I want to do everything. I want to look for the mayor.
I was going to do this very same thing.
Oh, well,
Find out
maybe
where the mayor is.
Shall we then?
let's go together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the mayor?
The mayor is mostly showing Overseer Moss around the market.
Okay.
So, if you want to jump into that tour, you can do that. Or if you want to wait till they're done, we can step in then.
I want to jump in on the tour. I want to know how, So with the people who are coming in and out, like, how are they dealing with it? The vault door is open. Vault dwellers have seemed to come out or hanging out. I imagine, cut and intriguing figures in this town.
Yeah.
Are people talking about it? Are people looking at us? What's the feel?
Okay. Are you going at this point?
No, I want less oversight over my plan.
Okay.
You have a goal.
See you later then.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll just kick it.
The as you kind of hop into the tour, the mayor is focused on explaining things to the overseer, and so Tandy, they're both she, so I can't just say she. Tandy is pointing out the different things that are available for sale, and pointing out how Spindle will definitely overcharge anyone he doesn't know, and
Good to know.
and is actually good at getting people to pay much more than they should pay. Whereas the sisters are kind of like, this is how much it costs, and they're not hagglers.
Yeah.
So they're not going to overcharge, but they're also not going to make a deal with you. They're just like, nope, it's this much. That's their haggle. It's like,
Or they point a gun at you and says, "It's that plus one bullet."
yeah. Or you cannot have it. Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it, it's this much, and if you don't want it, it's like you don't have to
nothing.
worry about
Walk
it.
away.
Yeah. So she makes that point to
Yeah.
Moss, and a couple times as you're going around, people come up. You didn't notice Spindle or the sisters say anything about this, but people come up and sort of clap the mayor on the shoulder, like, "Hey, you were right, man," pointing at the door.
right.
And several people have said, "Hey, congrats! Everyone's going to know about this." He's like, "I know. You tell who you got to tell." Like, he's not thrilled about everyone needing to know, but she is. Being friendly with folks who come up, and at least one person comes up, hands her 5 caps. So, like, you were right, I lost that bet. I did not think that was going to open. But as far as seeing, there are probably a dozen people in vault suits out here, kind of shopping around. I mean, there's 200 of you. There's going to be people wandering around.
Yeah.
And most people don't really bat an eye.
Okay.
This is not the first time they've seen someone in a vault suit, or even a lot of people in vault suits.
All right.
Let's roll your sharp
Yes.
to read a sitch, and
1, 2.
Yeah, 2 dice.
2 dice.
Add your sharp, and we're gonna do read a sitch, but I'm gonna burn up one of your questions.
All right. I'm going to try to read this sitch. So I got a 9 plus 1 for sharp, so a 10.
Okay, great. So you get 3 questions from Rita Sitch, minus 1,
Got
because I'm going to give you that. You overhear a couple people talking about, it's not as nice as when Vault City opened, but I guess, we'll have to see what they do. It's only been open a couple days, and I wasn't around at the beginning for Vault City. You overhear that conversation.
Okay, what is
Tell me
this?
that's Universal City.
What is Vault City?
Vault City, huh?
Mm-hmm. No.
Vault City. I can ask, ask Mayor Tandy, what's all this about Vault City?
Oh, right. I guess you wouldn't know. A vault opened in, I don't remember which. I'm going to say up north somewhere, and probably be wrong. Yeah. Or actually, yeah. It's kind of when she describes how far it is. You all know where, Fresno is.
Okay.
Right? So
yeah.
kind of in that region.
All right.
Because you guys actually know what California looked like.
Right, yeah.
This is all part of your education and your movies, and this is not some, in most of the games you're like, I don't know where I am. This is a big mystery. Not the case here. So the Vault City is a vault that opened up up north, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but with a lot of open space. Deployed their GEC and had incredible success. A town sprung up, And so they have a town that's kind of like your arrangement here, except, Overlook is this just one big building
Right.
that's protecting this clearing.
Right.
And Vault City has the outer city where people can come and trade and have access to vault technology and water and food and all this stuff, and they have some really successful farming going on, and they've done all the stuff they need to do, but not everybody, only vault members and descendants can go into the vault part. And so that's
all right. That sounds like a...
But they have this really thriving trade center up there, which is why the mayor and Gra and a bunch of people thought they could bank everything on
Right.
818 opening.
I see.
And they thought, if we can get one of those right here next to the boneyard and all these big settlements, it would just be...
sounds like that'd be good.
Just a wild success.
Yeah, sounds like the people in the vault would have a lot of say in what's going on.
A lot of potential followers.
A lot of
coming to this
potential
area.
followers. A lot of... That seems like a pretty good... Do we know how far the Gex spreads? Is there a standard thing, or do we not? Or is
it should, give you about a square mile.
Square mile, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty big.
All right.
So, deployed on the side of a mountain, you could do some step farming or whatever you could also not deploy it right here, but that's...
Yeah, we could take it wherever.
Yep.
It's portable. Interesting. And
although you do know it's this it's the size of a really big like a checked baggage, right?
Okay, yeah.
So sort of the shape of a briefcase, but it's this really big thing. Weighs probably 150 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to take it too far.
Yeah, you're not going to just throw it on your back and go for a hike.
Right.
It's a big bubba.
Are people treating Mayor Tandy they're obviously being somewhat deferential to Mayor Tandy, and it's...
Yeah. I mean, most people are like, wow, we lost that bet, and kind of impressed with her vision that she thought to set up here and do this. And some people are like, hey, can I, how do I become an Overlook resident? I have a lot to offer. I have these skills. And she's like, you know what, we're going to talk about that soon, but we're not going to talk about it today.
Right. So for my questions, what should I be on the lookout for?
You can tell people are desperate to join Overlook and might say or do whatever it took to join the town at this point, even though the stock just went through the roof.
Right.
As far as the...
So people are desperate to be a part of this community.
Yeah.
What enemy is the biggest threat?
Yeah. How do I answer that? You don't have an immediate enemy here, so...
Depends on how you define.
Yeah.
What frenemy?
Yeah. It's... the stuff people talk about is the external stuff,
right.
Hey, I wanted to join Overlook anyway, but this is incredible that you're actually right. I want to join before everybody leaves today and starts telling everyone, what's going on here. We still don't have, long-distance radios and cell phone towers and all that stuff, so it's still kind of word of mouth, traveling news, that kind of stuff. Paper, there are some printing presses.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say Spindle has, a stack of newspapers.
Got it. All right.
And, yeah.
All right. So it's all external. It's all coming from outside. Is the big danger.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. I sort of step up with Mayor Tandy and Overseer Moss and try a little glad handing. Try to sort of make my presence known. Make it look at least look and feel as though I'm the third part of this sort of ruling triumvirate.
Yeah. Okay.
So talk to some residents, find out a little bit more about Vault City. It's pretty far away. None of the other LA sort of area vaults seem to have opened up yet.
or at least not this successfully, or a bunch of them open but didn't have a geck.
Okay.
You know, and so like some of them are kind of getting along, but
Yeah.
and they're down to 80 or 90 people and
All right.
kind of making it work. At least one opened and went, nah.
Roll it back.
Yeah, just shut it and like, well,
Shut it down.
this is how we're gonna do. Like, we'll just run it as long as we can.
Has Overseer Moss mentioned our geck?
It's come up with Tandy because that was part of the conversation about like moving forward.
Got it.
It's like we want to figure out a way to deploy the geck and
Got it.
provide that, and
Okay.
Tandy's like, I can help you figure that out. That's
Got it. All right. But the word is spreading that we have a geck as well. Got it. Okay. Wow, this situation can go real pear-shaped real quick. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's how I spend my morning, just walking around with them, meeting the folks, meeting the traders, getting sort of the lay of the land.
All right. I like that. What's Extra up to?
I think she has a 2-part plan. First things first, to find my newly rhinestone Deathclaw helmet.
Yeah.
Put that on my head. Actually, this is a 3-part plan. I'm going to send a couple of the extravagants to go. I'm going to give them some things to trade in the market and tell them to get some decent handguns.
Okay.
And just generally put out a the new chapel, it's going to need some donations to get that up and running, and make sure that the townspeople know that they can contribute to the health of
can be part of that.
The religious environment here.
Okay.
Get
I
that
like
idea circulating. And then I would like to go interrogate a clown.
Oh yeah, where's he?
Yeah. The extravagance would have stashed him somewhere safe.
Yeah. If he's in the chapel, people could hear him.
Yeah, not in the chapel.
So maybe in the vault, jail or something. I'm
Vault
sure there's
jail.
a brig.
Yeah, brig.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the brig and interrogate a clown.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You get there. It's kind of like you have to go past Chick Norris's office.
Yeah.
To get there, but she knows this is obviously somebody we need to interrogate. When you get there, Chick says, maybe you could get something out of this clown. But he hasn't responded to anything I had to say. I've slapped him around a little bit. I don't know. He doesn't seem right.
No, these clowns are not correct.
Yeah. So if you all, I assume you have a couple of your followers
Yeah.
there. So I'm going to go check on that thing that I need to do. And you see the clown, see her leaving. He's like, no, don't leave. And then the clown is alone with you. And
Yeah, and then just graciously wave at Chick Norris and then turn to grin at the clown for a long minute.
Yeah. He tries to hold up under it, and it's and then his lip curls up, and he doesn't want to make eye contact anymore. And,
Yeah. She's not blinking. Also, I do have the Deathclaw helmet on my head.
yeah, I have taken that into account. You've been out for a day, and you have a Deathclaw helmet. This guy's intimidated.
Yes. Let's see. So, hey, buddy, how you doing?
I forget what he's got. He's got some kind of poofy jumpsuit. One big red shoe. He lost the other one.
Yeah.
You can see his nose is smudged. He must have had some kind of nose on, but that's gone. His human nose is there.
Yeah, well, good.
But he doesn't have a wig or anything. So
Okay.
he just has black hair and then the white face paint. At some point in the night, he like took off his gloves, took off his one shoe, and so he's in socks and in this poofy jumpsuit and looking very unhappy to be here with you.
Yeah, I mean, probably not feeling so good either.
Yeah.
After the
Oh, was this the one who had?
horrendous leg crushing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
He's probably sitting down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure he's pumped full of drugs at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what they would have done? Since they knew you wanted to question him, they would have given him a stim pack. But
Yeah.
one stim pack isn't really going to fix the whole situation. So he's like kind of okay,
Yeah.
but he's not going to run anywhere.
Not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull out the artist's rendering of Dr. Giggles and just slide it over to him on the floor.
He just, have you ever, like, tried to hand a dog something that they know they're not supposed to have, and they do this, like, turn, like, nope, I don't want that, and I'm not even going to look at it. Have you've seen that
Oh, yeah.
sort of expression? And he just sort of, like, turns and looks up at the ceiling, and you're not in the cell with him, right?
No.
Yeah, okay, so he's just sitting on his bench, like, definitely not looking at the picture on the floor.
I'll wait.
What? What do you want from me? He's just like looking up at the ceiling.
Look at the picture.
No.
We can break your legs again. Or maybe the other limbs.
Okay, I'm looking at it. What do you want?
It's Dr. Giggles.
I don't know. I never met him.
I have. In his brain.
He's so unable to process that. You know, like I don't even know how to be intimidated by that. You know, like that's, you can see the expression of like,
Yeah.
what?
And she just starts describing the inside of the room where Dr. Giggles was to him.
How would you know that?
Indeed. How would I know that? There are many things I know. There are a few things you know that I would know.
What? And he like rubs his face and a bunch of white face paint comes up like streaks. And he looks like he's questioning his state of mind.
He should be.
Yeah.
It will be easier if you just tell me.
What? Tell you what?
The layout of the building, obviously.
I've only been on the ground floor.
Then describe that one.
Okay. There's a couple big doors. They've been welded shut. There's a couple smaller doors that we use. They go in opposite sides of the building. There's some old, like, rusted out cars and engines and junk. And on the ground floor, it's just concrete and it's where most of us live. We have, like, bunks and hammocks and makeup supplies. You can tell, like, he's kind of rambling of, like, the kitchen and the cooking in the kitchen. And then the stairs go up to the catwalk and the second floor, and only the ringleaders can go up there.
And how many ringleaders are there?
God. You're just gonna kill me anyway.
I could make it so much worse than killing.
Roll hot for me, please.
I get to roll weird instead because I'm a fucking whack bat. Or no, that's my charismatic one. Ooh, it's a good thing I got weird because that's Nate.
Okay. So on 7 to 9 with a sort of convincing roll like this,
Yeah.
you are they need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence of what you claim. So, I mean, yes, there's the case of his legs already having been broken, and slightly unbroken with the stim pack. But he could get another stim pack, he'd probably be pretty much okay, just from looking at him. But, yeah, you're going to need to give him some kind of assurance. Because at this point, he knows he's going to die either way.
Okay. What is it you clowns believe?
What do you mean, you clowns?
The clowns. I assume you're some sort of, religious organization. You must be working towards something.
Not religion. We get shit done. We get what we want. We take it and move on.
And you're happy with that existence?
We get the things we need.
What if you could have more than the things you need?
He's really struggling to wrap his head around that. No, he's not stupid, but he's it's a concept that's having excess is I don't really know what that means.
Okay. She's gonna take a little cup and pour a little bit of champagne from her flask in there and push it towards him.
Two of your followers gasp. It's a finite quantity at this point.
Just like a wee taste.
Okay. He looks at the cup and doesn't get up from the bench. He's like, I'd rather just a bullet to the head. I don't want to be poisoned.
It's not poison. It's quite the opposite.
I don't believe you.
Takes a drink out of the flask.
Oh. He 100% thought poison. This is pretty difficult to his worldview right now. And we're going to leave that for a second and come check in on Hart.
Okay.
Have I've regained consciousness, I suppose? Oh, no. Yeah, no, I did that earlier. I talked about the dog.
Yep.
I think I probably went back to my shop. I probably hung out looking at the weird cows for a little while. Just because she's always, thought about mechanical things and stuff like this. And human bodies, sure, or whatever, but, I don't know, animals are interesting. She's probably seen them in films and stuff, and is
yeah, totally.
They're real. Poke, poke.
Yep.
And they move in harmony. That's amazing.
Yep, and they poop and fart, and yeah.
She's probably keeping an eye on kind of everything that's happening around.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably been watching Syndy walk around with, the bosses and continuing to work on her armor, just kind of really observing everybody in the town and how they're reacting, because it's really changed, it's her worldview is changing right now. Because it's we were supposed to come out and save everybody, and she's like, these people don't really need a lot of saving.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe some stuff, supplies are what they need.
Yeah.
Not water that will kill them. But other than that, they're probably more likely to save us than us save them. So she's just kind of having moments of that.
Interesting. Okay. Would you say you're kind of standing on your own, or are you perusing the stalls?
She probably did that for a few minutes, but she doesn't really have... she could barter, but she also doesn't really know the worth of anything right now, and she's smart enough to know that. Now is not a good time for her to be like, hey, I'll buy that. How much it worth? 5 million bottle caps, or your suit of armor. Okay. No.
Yeah, okay. Just getting a sense of the...
Yeah, definitely kind of
scale.
keeping an eye on them, walking around and stuff like that.
Okay. At a point where you're kind of on your own, just drinking all this in, Graw steps up next to you, and there's a a moment of like where your visual scale shifts, you know, because he's holding out a bottle to you, and you realize like he has, you know, like if you're holding up 2 bottles between your fingers and you hold one out to your friend, he has 2 wine bottles in his hand.
Nice.
And is holding you one like this is a normal thing to offer someone. Like, here you go.
Takes it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Welcome to the wasteland.
Yeah, it's very different than we were expecting. I mean, just the 2-headed. I mean, the things I've seen, they don't have 2 heads.
That's weird.
Yeah, I guess so. A lot of weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna like take a swig of the wine.
Yeah. He drinks like a quarter of
Yeah.
it.
So what's up with the bosses? What do they want? What do they expect from us Vault people?
Well, probably figure out how to live together.
Yeah. That's gonna be weird. And hard. She's gonna take another swig.
Mutants don't really need all this. Any water, okay.
That's good.
Any meat, okay.
Like, any meat? Just gonna kind of nod, alright. Kind of shrug. Well, you seem cool. So, are all mutants like you?
No.
Oh.
Most are mean and angry. Graz not angry. I mean, I'm not angry.
She's just gonna take a swig. Alright. This is very different. I don't know. This is very different than we were prepared for. So, but it seems like you guys are good people. It could have been worse. All we have to do is fight the clowns off, I guess.
Clowns.
And the razor things. What was the thing that almost killed me? The
Deathclaw?
Yeah.
Oh, they're everywhere.
That's not good.
Nuisance.
Yeah, nuisance. A nuisance. Small nuisance. She takes another swig.
Like cockroaches.
Yeah. You know what's good? Rat scorpion.
Yeah.
Best meat.
Nice.
It's rad.
Well, we'll have to find some and try it.
All right.
Back to quiet. Comfortable quiet.
I think this is a good point where you've kind of, you know, gone around, see all this stuff. Kind of at the end of the tour where Tandy and Moss are just on their own, chit-chatting about everything that they've seen. Did you want to talk to both of them?
No, I just want to talk to Tandy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there's definitely a point where Moss is going off to, like,
Okay.
talk to some 818 people, like, no, don't buy that.
And so I'm going to go up to her. Tandy.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have a moment?
Sure, you need to speak privately, or...
Actually, yeah. That'd be good. That'd be best.
Okay, you can come up to my office if you want.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, she leads the way up the stairs. Her office. She's got like just a big desk and the chair. I think we've been in here before.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she doesn't go around behind the desk. She kind of just like leans against the desk, and
Well, he'll lean on the other side of the desk.
yeah. Well, what's up?
Well, I need to tell you something about the water. That's our discharge pipe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not fit for consumption. It might be better than the water elsewhere here, but I already have a crew in place to actually tap you into our fresh water.
Okay.
The water that's in there, I have a plan. And it's a plan to get rid of the clowns.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, the clowns want the water, right? That's one thing that a lot of people are lacking.
Yeah.
And they believe it to be clean.
Yeah, it's clear.
And they found out about that because they attacked a caravan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can make that water so much worse.
Oh.
And if we load it on a caravan, we can take that like it's going elsewhere, get ambushed by the clowns, make a show of fighting, back off, then in 3 days we go in, they're all vomiting out of every single orifice they have, and we just take over.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. I don't love the idea of my people being bait.
That's why it's going to be my people.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay.
Says, apparently,
This is a very
Clown Guy already knows are extravagant.
Huh.
So, if we're there, and I can load up a bunch of turrets, etc., on this caravan to really make a good show of it, we back off. As they come in, there's still a lot of gunfire, etc. Obviously, we're trying to protect this thing, but us vault dwellers are too weak to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
When we leave, they take the water, and then done. How does that sound?
My people aren't at risk. We get rid of the clowns.
Mm-hmm.
We get the credit for taking out the clowns.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get?
Well, we get to help you out. I mean, that's the idea, right? We're working together to make a better world. And the clowns make that world worse.
Let's roll hot. First of all,
Actually, I would like to read a person, too, during this.
Okay, we can start with that. But are you speaking sincerely?
Yes.
Hannibal means what he says.
Hannibal means that he wants to murder the clowns. The make a better world stuff, yeah, that's technically the idea, but he isn't like a wide-eyed whatever. But he's like, hey, I want to kill the clowns.
Okay, so you want to check Tandy's kind of motivations and thoughts.
Yeah, and also maybe like a how could I get your character to blank.
Yeah.
So let's see how we do. Yes,
Nice.
that is a 12.
So that's a miss.
And I get to mark experience, because I use Sharp.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so read a person. You're going to get 3 questions off of this.
Okay. What's your character really feeling?
I thought you might ask that. Tandy is feeling muted hope. Like, I think I remember what hope is. You know? Like, do I dare? You know, that's where she is.
Okay. How could I get your character to agree to this plan?
If you were to somehow tie this into, like, connect this to the problems of the NCR government and how, like, when her grandfather was president, like, if there was some way to tie all that together and you know, connect that, that would be a pretty persuasive argument for her.
Okay, well then I'm going to definitely go to what does your character wish I'd do, so I can get something more concrete.
Yeah. She... I mean, she wants to go out there and, like, claim this, you know, like, if we could clean up this area, like, the Boneyard is good, and a couple places are good, but there's all this sort of wildlands out here. Most of Northern California is a little more organized and polite, and this is the wild South. Right. If she could be part of taming Southern California, that would, like, she might have a chance at reclaiming her grandfather's legacy, and actually, like, she genuinely cares about the future of the NCR.
Right.
And if she can affect that in some positive way, and like get influence by doing a big thing and showing that President
Kimball.
Thank you, is full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Something I forgot to mention before. I was watching the video and realized I never said this. He got elected on this hawkish platform because he was a successful general.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kind of like George Washington his way in there, but with less charisma and like all that. So that's why, he got in there saying like, I'm a general, I know how to do a war, we're going to do a war, right? We go to army now. And that's so. Tandy would genuinely like to, like, if this could be that first step, she'd be convinced.
Right. So, look, Mayor, I don't know if you know who my family are, but what we do is solve problems.
I'm not familiar with your family.
Oh, it's the A to family. And
Okay.
But we get a chink in the armor of whatever it is we're trying to fix, trying to rip open, trying to change. And I am working under Chick Norris to increase security outside of the vault. But I think...
Thank you.
Working under...
Yeah.
Literally.
I totally lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
So, if we could work with you and your people to make all of the space around Overlook, to tame it, to make it a place where people can thrive, that achieves our goal. But I also think that there's too many wild places in this area to begin with, and we need to show people how that's possible.
Yeah. Well, this could be a sea change, where Vault City opened up in the middle of nowhere, basically, and people go there because they have stuff that we need. But it's not easy to get there. If we could be the next Vault City, that would be a huge opportunity for all of us. But with fucking Kimball's, like, trying to conscript all the local armies, all that's left are gangsters and people willing to do whatever to get what they want. And that's how we wind up with this posse of clowns. If we could make a dent there, people would notice.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Because one of the things, all of the good people have been conscripted, right? Raiders don't know how to plan. They don't know how to fortify.
Yeah, and they
Right.
don't have to if there aren't any soldiers around.
So
Or guards.
they'll never know what hit them. Just let me and my team take care of this problem, and then in a few days' time, that clown problem will be gone forever.
Does Moss know about this?
Moss is worried about what's going on inside the vault. Try not to worry her too much on the things that are going outside the vault.
Tandy gets a very shrewd look on her face. I think I understand you. And
I also hope that cutting the vault out of the planning is a good thing for her.
yeah. Yeah, you could tell, like, the fact that Moss isn't involved is, yeah, I mean, you had a huge read-a-person role. Like, there's something there. It's not that she's like, yeah, fuck Moss, but, like, some kind of tension has grown up there, and the fact that Moss isn't involved is a plus for her. So
now I'd like to manipulate.
okay.
God, please.
Well, what is it you're trying to get?
I want her to agree. Is she already going to agree?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool.
that's...
Yeah.
Yep. You
Rock.
made the argument based on what you read, and everything you said makes sense to her. We would have had to roll if you were like, yeah, I have to go tell Moss now. But no, you got all the secrets in there.
All right, now I got to convince everybody else.
So we cut to this clown on his knees weeping with this cup in both hands.
Oh, man.
Like, happy tears, also not sure if he's about to get killed, but if he gets killed right now, it's like, that's okay. And you've broken him. He is a wrecked man. He has had a taste of champagne. He has had some insight into how your mind works. And, he has described everything that he knows about the Corvega plant.
Corvega plant, okay.
And they used to make a car there that makes, like our old 1950s, like, super boat cars look little, because it was the future that the 50s envisioned. They were like, bigger, more steel. An engine that is a nuclear power plant. This is a good idea, right? All those sorts of things. So they have this enormous plant because they need to roll out cars, and so this was a manufacturing facility.
Okay, so how many ringleaders are there?
3.
3 ringleaders, okay. Does that include Dr. Giggles?
No.
Okay.
They report to Dr. Giggles, and they sort of get everything done that way.
Okay. And did he say about how many of the regular clowns there are?
Maybe 80 to 100. He's actually not 100% sure. And at one point, he recalls having seen Dr. Giggles rip a man's arm off and beat him to death with his own arm.
Okay. Cool.
That was like a side story that came out of something from, I think when you're talking about the Death Claw,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Dr. Giggles is a maniac.
I did stab a clown through the spine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So just so you know, his approach in the last 10 minutes has turned into begging for his life and the chance to join the extravagance.
That is exactly what I want.
Yeah. So, I just need to know how we go forward with that.
Okay. You do have some rudimentary makeup skills. And I like your flair for the dramatic.
Did it all myself.
I can see that. And I think you have potential. Also, a large stash of makeup, it sounds like. I wonder if given the
that you don't actually know what it is. Maybe it's drugs. That's not a bad guess. But, yeah, you'll have to decide if you want to go forward or ask him.
Okay. I'm going to ask somebody else what jet is. Okay. So, if you could receive an amount of jet, you think you could lure some of your clown brethren
if you
away.
just have a steady supply, for sure.
Okay.
But, we can make it over there. So, we have a lot.
Oh, you can make it there. That's good to know.
Yeah, we have gasoline and Brahmin shit, so it's pretty easy to make.
Yeah, what else do you need? I see. All right.
Yeah, I don't think he would say the word fertilizer.
No.
He doesn't know the word Brahmin shit.
Okay. So, it seems a shame to waste so much talent, and I've been out of the vault 2 days, and I've already burrowed into your leader's brain and killed a Deathclaw, so I don't see a future for your clown outfit if they wish to oppose me, unless, of course, they wish to join.
It's just, it's hard to imagine that you've got enough food and water for everybody. And Jet, obviously.
Oh, and obviously.
And there's already, 50 or 60 of you all? vault dwellers, right? There's 200 of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at math.
Yeah. And
No, he's good at meth.
yeah. And overlook.
Mm-hmm. You know,
We would like double your.
you don't need to worry about the math. Leave that up to Mother Monster and Ziggy Stardust. We will provide.
The one tier of beauty. One more tier, I should say. Rolls down the already created streaks of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, you think about that. Think about if you want to bring some of your clown brethren with you in your new life, or if you want to leave them all behind to die. And we'll discuss it again later.
I think some of them would do really well here. I just don't know how you get them.
They would need to be convinced. I would need a messenger to bring them.
Oh, I don't want to go back there.
You don't want to go back there.
They'll probably just kill me.
You think so? They wouldn't be glad to see you that you escaped?
Glad's not a word we use.
You know what it means, though, yes?
Yeah, they would think I'm a plant.
Very well. Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave him there.
All right.
Think about what he did.
You can hear him repeating the sinner's prayer.
Yes.
Oh.
Little buddy.
Another
I'm
one.
gonna give him a face wipe so he can
Oh,
just fix
yeah.
this situation, though.
Okay.
Oh, and I do want one of my followers to make a map of the plant based on what he described
Sure.
to us.
Yep. That's easily done. He was pretty detailed.
Yeah. Cool.
So where do we find Syndy after the...
So after the tour, I think I stick with Overseer Moss
Okay.
and Lance and try to find a corner to talk to her. I'm like, okay, so what is your plan here? Because this town seems like it's functioning. It could function better. There's a lot of factors going on here.
Yeah, I think we'll need to work with them for now until we can be established.
Or we can establish ourselves early.
Well, the thought had crossed my mind. What are you thinking?
I mean, it seems like safety is a big concern. These clowns are an obvious, imminent threat.
Yeah, that's going to be a nuisance if they keep turning up.
It seems like, like even more than a nuisance, you know. Certainly before we deploy the GEC or anything like that, we're going to want a little more security here.
Well, I don't know. I mean, 4 of you were able to fend them off. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, a bunch of them, but it's still, like, we don't know how many. We don't know how many there are. Like, 400 of them could come boiling over the hill at any moment.
Okay.
It really seems like, especially if we want to establish ourselves in the manner to which we've been expected to in this town, you know, it really seems that if we take the fight to them, we might gain a little more stature.
Sure. I mean, I don't know how much stature we need. We're holding all the cards.
Aren't we, though?
Yeah. We have all the clean water. They're drinking our waste. Oh, wait. Did you talk to her about that? Yeah.
I mean, they're drinking our wastewater, but we certainly want to clean that up for them.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Don't we?
I guess the question is, you know, how long do we want to let this go on? I mean, at some point, they're just draining on vault resources, and we could just reset this whole thing and really do it properly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a point, but I mean, they're already here. They've already built this all of this.
Yeah, all of this.
It's
just like, rickety plank buildings.
It's not much, but it's the beginning of something. There's clearly a community here. There's connections to other places. It seems like there's some resources here that we could use for, to make a toehold. There's a whole government here that we still don't understand.
That's true. We don't want to get in over our heads before we're ready.
Right. So I think if we make a goal of taking out the clowns,
Hit me.
it really seems like we would have sort of a leg up on the situation.
Yeah.
That we'd be able to make an argument for ourselves as the people who should be running things.
Yeah, it would strengthen our credibility.
Of quite a bit. That we came out and then immediately provided safety to not just the people of Overlook, but it seems like these clowns are a nuisance in the general area.
Yeah, that's a good approach. We just have to think bigger than Overlook.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we start with Overlook, and then there's that Vault City. I think if we start to establish our own Vault City here...
Yeah, I'm glad we're not too close to them.
Yeah, we've got some distance, and we can really build a larger community.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right.
You've been wanting
Whenever
to say
you want, Hannibal's looking for Syndy. But I don't have to come in here, but that's what's happening.
Is there... All right, so it sounds like you've had this conversation with Moss.
Yep.
Did you get everything you wanted out of that conversation?
Let me read a person.
Okay. I was trying to ask if you wanted to do that without sort of like suggesting that you should do that.
Let me read a person and see.
Okay.
Happy to mind moving your... Not great.
What's your sharp?
So it's my sharp. It's only +1.
Okay, so a 6.
A 6.
Yeah. So on a miss, it says ask one anyway, but be prepared for the worst.
All right. What's this? Is your character telling the truth?
Let's see. She is telling 1% of a partial truth.
Oh, good God.
There's so much that she's left unsaid.
Yeah.
But that your plan fits in with what she wants to do.
Okay.
That it's fine.
That is...
Oh, good.
That is exceptionally bad.
You mean great.
That is...
Upsetting.
That's great.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
You got it. Yeah, no.
And what would happen if your plan didn't fit in is a big open question.
Yeah. That's a bad implication there.
And so this is a point where Moss and Lance head up to, into the vault to go back to her office for a bit.
Uh-huh. Before she goes, let me just look at where's my... I am gonna try to hypnotic her. Take her sort of away from Lance.
Okay.
And try to work my wiles.
Okay.
Such as they are on Overseer Moss. And so...
Some impromptu dance.
A little impromptu dance, a little rubby, a little,
Okay.
slinky.
Well, let's see.
Let's see how this goes. Oh! Boxcars +2.
Okay, so you make it clear that you need to talk about something personal.
Yes.
And she says, "Okay, Lance, just go ahead and start setting up that report, and we'll talk about it when I get back."
Right.
And you could step into a side corridor, and she says, "Okay, well, okay. Well, what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?"
And then I hit her with the
hit
her with the he, such as it is.
Yeah,
and with the dance and the and also the sweet words and the and the talky and all of the wiles,
Yeah.
the non-gender specific wiles at Syndy's disposal.
Sure. And does the hypnotic move have you do something?
So if you rolled a 10 plus, I can hold. They become fixated on me, upon me, and I can hold
Oh yeah, she's a
3 of the following things. Like I can basically get
You
3
can
holds.
spend holds
I can
too,
spend
yeah.
the holds to have them give me something I want, act as my eyes and ears, fight to protect me, and do something I tell them to. One of 3 of those.
Okay.
And for NPCs, while I have hold over them, they can't act against me. And I guess that's it. For PCs, I'd have to do other stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, she's an NPC.
For an NPC,
Yeah, she is very much drawn in.
yeah.
I don't know how much this is literally an impromptu like dance
It's
session.
it's a little,
Yeah.
a little of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned she's like married, has kids, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we established that.
Yeah.
But the degree to which like she's drawn into this, and you can see kind of the barriers break down.
Yeah.
And like she thinks that she has a friend, like somebody she could trust.
That's right.
And that you get it.
Yeah.
You get what
totally
she wants
get
to
it.
do,
Totally get
and she's been so worried that people wouldn't get it.
Yeah, no. I'm 100% get it.
She loves that you get it.
That's so great. That's so great that I get what she wants to do, and so I ask her to just, even though I get it, just explain it to me.
It'll be a relief
Yeah.
to just explain it to somebody.
Explain the whole situation.
Not
here.
even Lance knows all
Oh
this.
my.
Okay, so part of the overseer directives. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be able to talk about this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you spend one of your hold.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So where do I?
Just mark that you have 2 left somewhere.
2 hold. Got it.
And she says, yeah, I mean, the vault directive is to open up, sort of pacify our immediate area, deploy the GEC, and, thrive.
Right.
And we can't do that with Overlook sitting there.
Oh.
So, like you were saying,
Yeah.
we have to establish ourselves and then remove them from the equation.
Entirely.
Well, it just makes sense. Why have all this baggage?
Okay.
Once we're established, an accident sort of knocks that rickety bullshit down.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm not saying we have to. I mean,
I know. You're not saying we have to kill them all, but
I mean, if they want to
should probably kill them.
we don't have to. If they just leave,
Yeah, that's true.
that's great.
That's okay.
That's great. But this is our town.
Okay.
And we can do it right, and we can do it better
Good point.
without the baggage holding us back.
You're making excellent points.
Yeah.
Really, really excellent
I'm
points.
so glad
No,
that
I totally
you
totally
understand
get that.
Now, obviously, this is just between.
Oh yeah, no,
you
just
and me.
between you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't outlined all of this to anybody.
Right.
It's little pieces. Has to be compartmentalized.
Right. Of course. Well, we're in the same compartment now.
I'm glad.
So this is good. You're unburdened of this. This is terrific. I think. Yeah. I mean, going forward, obviously, you want to protect the people from the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our people are the number one priority.
Yeah. So just want to make sure that,
of course.
yes, we're on the same side.
No doubt about that at all.
All right.
That's
so-
our people have to be the first priority.
All right.
Vault 818 first.
All right. Cool. Well, you know what? Thinking about that in Vault 818, I mean, I still think the plan of getting rid of the clowns, because we're going to need to get rid of them no matter what.
Yeah,
if we're
I
going to
agree.
establish ourselves before we deploy the GEC.
Sure.
So maybe, let me talk to some people and let me see if we can round up a good plan for us to go and just
Yeah, I
take
understand.
them out.
Yeah, I think that'll be an excellent sort of public relations move.
Right.
I think people would get the wrong idea if we just immediately removed Overlook.
Yeah.
So we'll just sort of take care of that when the opportunity presents itself.
That seems fine. And we should start, just so we're clear, one of the things of dealing with Overlook, obviously most of the townspeople are not so formidable, but there's Gra for us to be thinking about.
Yeah, I think we'll have to be prepared to handle that situation.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that more.
Okay.
So let me go and see if I can track down some friends and maybe come up with a plan.
Yeah. Great.
All right.
Obviously, limit how much people know.
Of course.
I'm so glad I have someone I can trust.
Cone of silence here, totally.
Okay. Well, what a relief.
Yeah, and
I've been so tense.
Yeah, and if anything comes up, just let me know. Just feel free to you learn any new information, anything.
Yeah, I think we're on the right track. We're not in a big rush. I don't want to deploy the GEC until Overlook's out of the way. But other than that, and we're not in a big. We have plenty of resources. We're not going to give it all away. So
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's take it from there.
Okay.
All right. Good talk.
Yeah. She heads back to the office.
All right. And I leave and immediately start looking for Hannibal.
Extra is also looking for Hannibal.
Well, that's convenient. Well, I think this is a great time for us to all run into each other in the hallway somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in his workshop. That's the place I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm running around looking for you.
Well, I'm going to the workshop.
Yeah, I think that's better because the workshop's outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's like, oh, no, I saw them go out to the workshop. Right. They're like, oh, crap, okay. And,
I'm already there.
Wandering around, you could...
That's right next to the chapel.
Yep.
Where I would go. So.
Yeah, okay, so
I guess I'll meet all of them.
Yeah, the 4 of you are checking back in at the workshop. Yeah. You're, I assume, tuning up your power armor.
Yeah.
A few people have come over and wanted to ask about it.
Sure, talk about it.
But... they don't stick around forever.
No.
So it's not the first power armor they've seen. They're just sort of interested.
All
All right. So oh, hey, I need...
Hey, funny stories.
There you are.
I have
All of
lots
you.
of stories that really involve this. Is great that you're here, too. This is all good.
Hello.
You too.
Hello.
Is the workshop enclosed at this point?
It is enclosed at this point.
Okay, so this is a big room with work tables and the power armor rack, and
it's got some gurneys.
Yeah,
and it's got. Hold on, I have a whole bunch of stuff here. It's got a junkyard of raw materials around it.
Yeah, okay.
It has a bunch of machining tools and a garage.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you've dragged a bunch of stuff out there. We're gonna say it's a big open room about the size of a 3-car garage, if you had a big open space like that. One end is the infirmary, the other is where your power armor rack is. You have a second one that's bent that needs to be repaired, but so here we are. There's no one else in here right now, and you can actually close the doors. So
Yes.
Well, there's actually somewhere else I want to take them.
okay, well, we're in the workshop right now.
All of you, actually, this is fantastic. I need to talk to you guys.
I need to talk to you.
All right. Why don't you come with me then?
Wait, before we go,
Can we not talk here?
Yeah, why can't we talk here? Because there's a lot of information that I think will be of import.
I also have some interesting information.
Yes.
I don't have any interesting information.
Which is why we go to
Looking at
one of
couch.
the 33 rooms. Come on.
33?
The 33? What's that, and why are we going
I think you've
there?
heard
You've
rumors.
probably heard of that. Yeah.
You've heard rumors of it.
Okay.
But you thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a VIP lounger. We would know about it.
Exactly. What's this?
Come on. Come on.
Wait, really?
Yeah, come on. Come on. And I'm going to take the room I was in that, my clothes are probably still in.
As you're crossing the big open area, the sort of market area, it's midday. As you're going by, the 4 of you, one of your followers runs up, hands you a cold bottle of water from the vault, and just hands that to you and leaves.
That is the greatest luxury in the entire world. Of course, I have no idea.
That's
It's the
great.
most beautiful.
Sorry to
wonderful
interrupt.
thing.
Just there's condensation coming down, and you see people in the market just slack-jawed awe at this cold beverage in the middle of the day. I mean, it's also January, but it's,
But
you know,
still.
Yeah. It's the middle of the
it's probably 70.
Yeah. And Extra just like nonchalantly, oh, thank you, and just drink.
Takes it right in front of them all.
That's amazing.
Dry and dusty and irradiated, and you have a bottle of clean water. Yeah.
Wow.
Cold water.
Yep.
It is probably more valuable than Spindle's entire like
Wow.
wagon.
Yeah. Yes. But everyone saw that happen.
So yeah, I'm going to take them to that secret room.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way through the vault, back down to this spot. You move the panel, go through the thing, put the panel back. Yeah, you're in this old, like, what was probably someone's bunk at one point, but yeah, you're in a private room.
Okay, so
Okay.
I got an idea to kill the clowns.
That's
too.
interesting because I also, not so much an idea, but I've got a very good reason for us to kill the clown.
And I have some very good information about how to kill the clowns.
Okay.
I cannot help other than just shooting to kill the
Well,
clowns.
That may become very necessary.
That's
need
very
your help for
necessary.
Oh, okay. Good.
Um,
I'm glad I could help.
So, my plan is the water that they have is bad. It's all tainted and pond scummy and awful. I'm going to make it so much worse.
Correction, there's 0 pond scum on that.
There's no.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
that's
the
what
water.
He's describing it as.
Okay.
Oh wait, the water is clear.
That's true.
Remember the right-of-way that I gave,
Yeah.
that you guys had to have? Yeah, it's from drinking the water. It's irradiated, and it's our wastewater. We use it like 12 times, and that is the concentrated wastewater that comes out of the sluice.
Yeah, like you use it a bunch of
That's real
times,
gross.
then it goes through the reactor coolant,
Yeah.
and then it's ejected.
So, like,
The reactor that makes it clear.
probably.
Technically.
Yeah, because.
Oh.
So,
You
it's.
threw that water on me to get the vomit off.
Yeah. That's before I tested it.
It did get
And
the
it didn't
vomit
kill
off.
you. So now, but the
Okay.
thing is, I now know that, and so, I'm fixing their water, which they'll be pleased, but we're going to use this last bit of it in order to basically poison the clowns. The idea is we're going to get a caravan, because the clowns know about the water, because they attacked a caravan. So we're going to be another caravan on the same route.
We get one of the two-headed cows.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And the cows are very important. The cows are very important for this plan, and I'll tell you why.
That was beautiful. You broke Jason.
Priorities.
The most important thing to heart is they get a fucking cow.
A two-headed cow.
We're going to roll up with this cart,
Yeah.
and we need to have Extrabeth on it with her bling, because they will recognize her, and they will definitely attack.
I don't wish to be attacked.
That's why we run. We make a good showing of it, and there'll be turrets on the caravan, so they'll all be getting shot at as we leave. And we leave giving them the Trojan water with which to poison themselves, and then in a week or so, we come back as they vomit out of all of their orifi and take over. You know, all we really need at that point is to have people to attack and to figure out, like, how to attack the place.
I know how to do that. Hands map.
Oh. Oh, that's perfect.
It has a list of like how many people there are and where.
Well done. I'll be sure to ask you about this next time.
It also, so it was something I didn't want to tell you because I didn't think it would be like immediately obvious to you or your people, but for you looking this over, and like on the ground floor, there's a number of drawings of like, this is how we get power, and this is, you know, how we get water. There are 3 Corvega engines that are daisy chained together that give the building power. And Corvega engines are small nuclear power plants. So one option would be to somehow sabotage that. depending on how you want to handle this. So there,
In a non-destructive way, hopefully.
well, that is a not non-destructive solution,
Yeah.
depending on how you want to handle that.
Right.
I'm just putting options on the table.
All right.
Well, I mean, the one thing I'll say about that plan, and I like it completely, is that it doesn't have a lot of showiness. Because let me tell you, the political situation here is pretty fraught.
Oh, well, murdering them without taking casualties is very showy.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
This is true. The only part of this plan I don't like is me running away, because I did intimidate the shit out of Dr. Giggles.
That's why he'll believe it.
It's true, his ego is massive.
And
Almost as
he
big
will,
as mine.
and he will believe your ego is too massive to leave, not knowing how tricky you are.
Extra, please roll weird.
Okay.
I'm actually also want to roll.
Is it fair to say that you're thinking about Dr. Giggles right now?
Oh, yeah.
Pondering him?
8, 11.
Continue with the conversation.
Well, I want to try and manipulate to get her to agree.
Oh, okay.
No!
Oh, no.
That is snake eyes.
That's...
So this is a good timing. So you're manipulate.
I am prepared for
on
the
a
worst.
miss. Prepare for the worst.
This is what happens when I try and give you experience.
So, in the process of you sort of pondering Dr. Giggles, you feel like, oh, I actually have insight. I'm thinking very clearly about him. And in fact, there's a moment where you're looking through his eyes.
Okay.
And you know that. Like, you're aware of your body. You're also aware of that he's, just finished a conversation with some people, and they're leaving this office/dressing room thing. He's like, it looks like, now that you understand what we're talking about, it looks like the manager's office of a factory,
Yeah.
but somebody has hauled up some big mirrors, and they have individually stuck lights around the mirror. Like, this was not a
Makeshift vanity.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
like mismatched lights and all that sort of thing. And when he looks into the mirror, a bunch of stuff happens.
Oh.
Some shit happens because you're already looking through his eyes, and
Yeah.
then it's almost like the mirror ripples.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at yourself through Hannibal's eyes.
Oh.
And Hannibal, what do you think Dr. Giggles would do if he were inhabiting your body?
I don't know. How fucked up is Dr. Giggles?
Very.
Very. The babies start laughing at the thought of murdering all of them as they writhe around in pain.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a firearm?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Hannibal starts cackling
Oh, God.
wildly, and in the process is like drawing his firearm, and like he's laughing so hard it's hard for him to like check it and like make sure it's loaded and get the safety off. But that's what it looks like he's doing.
Okay. Extra points at him and goes, Dr. Giggles, j'accuse!
Okay.
Heart doesn't know what j'accuse means, but she's going to tackle it. 5, 6, 7, and what do I add to that?
Hard.
7, 8.
Okay. Is hard highlighted for you?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It was last week.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, everybody
I failed
know.
a roll.
Oh yeah, you did fill the roll. Everyone know your highlights. If you roll the highlighted thing, you get XP. We forget sometimes.
I have
so.
done one of mine. I'm about
Okay.
to improve.
Cool. Okay, so you go aggro on someone. The on a 7 to 9, they have to choose. So Hannibal / Dr. Giggles.
I don't know if I even get to make that choice at this point.
Well, between get the hell out of their way, which I think would be like letting yourself be disarmed, really. Barricade yourself, give them something you think they want, back off calmly. That's off the list. You can't do that one.
Nice.
Yeah. So, what's your instinct tell you? Because it's not just Dr. Giggle. It's Hannibal
if it's
as
Hannibal,
Dr. Giggles.
Hannibal does not want to fight Hart.
Yeah.
That is a bad idea, especially for the plan.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, he'll just get tackled.
Okay.
Like not even trying to resist.
All right. So you get tackled. Gun drops to the floor. There's a flash. You don't black out. Like you're sort of aware there's a flash, but you also headbutt Hart in the face, and you have a bloody nose. You're not going to take harm. It's just like your friend was like, no, I give up. Wham! And just headbutted you square in the nose.
All right.
And then goes back to like, no. It's not. I'm like.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, there are two voices coming out of this mouth. This is some fucked up bullshit. So, what did you want Jacuz to do?
It was basically like trying to warn the other people and also let Dr. Giggles know that I see him.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that mean Dr. Giggles knows the plan?
It's hard to know what he knows.
Yep.
Does he know what you know, or is he just controlling your body?
It's all right. He doesn't know anything.
How long was he in there?
He doesn't know anything. He's just.
What's your reaction, Syndy?
So I want to kick the gun away from him.
Sure. Okay. The gun is out of the picture.
So they're wrestling on the ground?
Yeah.
No, I'm not wrestling. I'm lying there.
You're lying.
You are sometimes wrestling.
So I guess I go to help Hart subdue him.
Okay.
Like hold him down entirely so he can't hurt her or anyone else.
Sure.
In this tiny room. So I guess that's does that go aggro or do something under fire?
You're gonna go aggro.
All right.
It'd be great if we could just knock him out.
Yeah, I guess you try to knock him out. That's a 6
Plus hard.
plus hard, so a 7.
Okay. All right. Hannibal, this is your option.
Mm-hmm.
One, you can get knocked out and be out of the conversation for a minute. Or two, you can take 2 harm, be exercised, and be conscious.
I will take 2 harm.
Okay. Yeah, so you get in there just, with your sort of understanding of the human body.
Right.
Just that, bam, right in the temple, as you're like, not me. So, yeah, Hart, you managed to avoid getting punched and sort of like aim Hannibal's temple into Syndy's fist.
Nice.
And, yeah, you can feel that punch knock whatever was controlling you out of you. And Extrabeth, you almost see a spectral, Syndy punches Hannibal in the side of the head, and this spectral form goes out the other side.
Oh, okay.
Syndy literally punched the shit out of Hannibal. And then that spectral form dissolves, and you have a brief moment of seeing Dr. Giggles laughing himself like he falls over backwards in his chair.
Oh, okay.
And then your connection with him breaks.
Okay.
Oh, what the actual fuck?
You had a clown in your brain.
Yes, some weird shit went down.
Fucking hurts.
She's gonna punch him again
Where?
in the face.
Yeah. Okay.
Just,
Ow! Motherfucker!
just making sure. That's for the water.
I saw the clown leave his body. He's okay.
The clown? What? The clown left his body?
Yeah, you knocked it out. You didn't see that?
Not really, no. It just started acting real weird, and we were trying to stop it.
I guess I can only see it because I'm a Thatan.
Obviously.
I can hit him again to make sure.
Can you please let me up now?
He gets up.
This is bullshit.
Okay. So yeah, she lets you up.
So what?
Okay, so barring magic clowns, I think this is a solid thing.
As long as the magic clown doesn't know the plan now.
Right.
Well, if the magic plan does know the plan, then we'll know because they won't attack.
Or they will attack because they'll think that we knew that they knew the plan.
Clearly, I can't
and
choose to
changed
come
the
in front of
plan.
me.
So what we do then is we have an ancillary plan, and I'll
Take the
just
fight to the clowns.
well, we're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Instead, I'll put a locator on it, and when it's actually in the place, we'll have the explosives go off,
Okay.
All right.
and then we go in.
I think this is solid. I think
We can just have who's ever fighting off to the side when the attack happens, and if they take it in and start drinking it, then we come back.
All right.
How do we know if they drink it?
We can actually, I can put in weight sensors on the water, and so if they actually take it off and put it back in half full or no full or don't put it back in, then we know that they're actually using it. Because if they think that it's poisoned, which it is, then they won't touch it.
I'm going to say the best we can do with like a sensor coming back to your pit boy is about a mile range.
Right.
So you will have to kind of sneak back up
Yeah,
to pretty close to their thing.
Okay, well, I
You-
guess
you basically have,
the
like-
breaks of me getting possessed.
Yeah. You basically have like shitty walkie-talkie range
All right.
with
Right.
this. Normally pit boys, like in the old days, would connect to radio towers and, have lots of range, and it's like the equivalent of people's cell phone.
Right.
Just giant, bulky 1950s cell phone.
This does seem to be still our best option for eliminating clowns other than just blowing them up.
Yes.
Yeah, if they actually drink it and are incapacitated, you don't necessarily have to kill them
They can be given the option to convert.
and then be healed.
That's useful.
Ooh,
Ooh.
what was that?
I don't know.
Jason, do you have the other playbooks with you?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Sorry.
have to look them up. That's okay.
I'll bring some spare copies next time. I have the brainer.
Ooh, yeah, give me that one.
Is that if you want to look at that?
I
Oh,
do.
you're on your
that was one of
cord.
the ones I wanted to look at.
There you go.
Yeah, the brainer is awesome stuff.
Yeah. Kimi, are your ears okay? That
Yes.
sounded bad.
Yes, it's fine.
So
now.
we all heard your headphones.
Yeah.
Just for those listening at home.
They are aware.
Yeah. Sorry about the static.
Yeah.
That went directly into Kimi's ears as well.
Yeah, I feel your pain. But we fixed the cord.
All right.
So, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's like Channel Z up in here.
Yeah. Okay. So, you've laid out the plan for taking out the clowns.
Yes.
4 of you still have this kind of private room.
Trying to think how much I should tell them at this point. So I do want to tell them everything. I'm also not sure how much I am down with Overseer Moss's plan.
Oh, you have to decide for yourself
Yeah.
whether that's
That's reasonable,
interesting.
because she made some good points.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it mostly to myself.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. So far you've said the political situation is fraught,
Yes.
and I think that's about where you got interrupted.
Yeah. The political situation is fraught, but I think we sort of know the landscape of that. But we should definitely bring Gra with us.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Gra will not leave, and he will just murder them. That's a
That's
problem.
true.
We don't want that.
Well, and
We want them to think that they have pushed away like weak vault dwellers who are trying to protect a caravan with not enough people. If we bring Gra, we might win, and that would defeat the purpose because they just lose a few clowns.
And they might also be suspicious why he left town to protect a random caravan.
Good point.
You don't think we could win a fight just with us?
Well, we can probably. However, the point is to not.
We want them to take the water.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but he just seemed to think that with Graw would be the only way we could win such a fight, hypothetically.
No, if we leave, Graw will stay, and Graw will fight. And we can't tell Graw, hey, we need to sneaky leave, because he will shout at them, it is time to sneaky leave now.
Fair point. That is a fair point. That seems
does seem
legit.
accurate.
Graw's a good guy.
Absolutely.
He's not.
Just
He's great. I have seen him in battle.
Yeah. I just don't see him being very subtle.
Yes.
And this right now is a time for subtlety.
That seems fair.
Right?
So,
Not subtle.
see.
So the four of us go.
The four of us
Yes,
go.
but we need someone exceptionally strong and amazing like yourself, Hart, so that it will be believable that
Oh yeah, you're
that
being
we're
the one that they think
no
is a
that
fighter.
we're making a good effort for the battle.
That's why you need to borrow Graw's machine gun. I haven't worked that out yet, but I'm going to see if I can make that work.
that would look really nice
that would
on
look
you.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just ask him.
Well, Graw's not the one we want to talk to first. I'll talk to the mayor about it, and if both of us go to it, he trusts the mayor. They have a good rapport.
Right.
But I just thought of that, and I think that would be excellent.
But if the crazy laughy clown does know it's a trap and he attacks the town while we're gone, they don't have the gun to protect them.
Yeah, but I've already set up all of the defensive measures, and Chick Norris is more than capable enough to defend the town.
She gives like a glary look at the mention of Chick Norris. Yeah. She doesn't seem super interested in protecting the town.
Yeah, but she is now. I mean, I've talked to her about it.
Tappy just shook his head and mouth. I haven't talked to her about it.
I mean, if she wasn't interested in protecting the town, she wouldn't have put you in charge of it.
True.
She just kind of gives extra like a blank stare.
I need you to roll hot.
Yeah.
So don't you mean weird?
Yeah.
Cares about it?
Yep.
Oh, man, convincing we are not this time.
That's still a 5, but still.
I've worked with Chick for a really long time, and I know when she's kicking someone out and when she's promoting them.
You get a message on your Pip-Boy, which...
Tappy.
Tappy. It turns out your Pip-Boy slid off your arm while you two were wrestling around, which you were just... Kimi, you were picking up the Pip-Boy to hand back to Tappy, and this message comes up from Chick. You up?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Woo.
That's my hard move.
I like it.
I'm happy with my decision.
Very good decision. She walks up to him and just like slams it back at him, like in his chest, like kind of pushes him back a little.
What?
Well, first you left me to set up the shop all by myself, while you were evidently with Chick. And before that, you sprayed me with radioactive water, which you knew was radioactive because you told me to keep my mouth and eyes closed.
You were covered in vomit, and you're going to get rat-awayed anyway. I mean, it didn't do harm. It didn't do anything bad because you already had it in you.
She doesn't look convinced. And just a jerk to me today. Just turns around, like walks over and turns her back to him, and just like,
But there'll be Brahmin.
You do get a Brahmin.
we have to protect the Brahmin. We can't let the Brahmin die.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And they'll expect that. They'll expect us to try and save the Brahmin.
Oh, yeah.
And that's actually, like...
No, not just try. We have to, if the Brahmin dies, it's going to be a problem.
Okay, I agree. If the Brahmin dies, it's a problem. 100%.
Wait, how do they get the water to their house if they don't have the Brahmin.
Sure, they'll figure it out. And if they try to, they'll probably take a long time. They'll need to drink some water.
I'm still mad at you. But if I get a Brahmin, I'll talk to you.
It's okay, I'm mad at me too.
All right. Is there anything else we need to cover in this scene?
Didn't want to have to save the Brahmin.
I know. Okay. So, is there anything else we need to cover in the market day?
Oh, and you blew me up. I'm mad about that too.
As you're all leaving the 33 room?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, nobody talks about this room.
Oh, yeah.
No, we
You
talked
guys,
about
yeah,
what?
This room.
Oh, yeah, no. That's
Oh.
obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, do you want me to put a rumble seat on your armor so Syndy can sit on it and you can rescue her?
No.
Pimp them?
No.
You don't want a rumble seat?
No.
What about pegs?
Still
What about
mad at
pigs?
you. Go get me a Brahmin. Or a dog. If you find a dog, I'd like a dog too.
Dog 2 or dog instead?
No, like both.
Well, what if I can only get you one?
Well, you need one for your plan, and I need one because I want it.
Okay, so I need 2 Brahmin and a dog.
Okay.
Okay, what if it was just a dog?
Well, we still need the Brahmin for your plan.
Well, yeah. But what if it's just a dog?
Well, then you're going to need to find someone to pull the cart.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to pull the carts.
We might need to. I don't know if I can get a Brahmin. I haven't worked out that
It also
logistic part yet.
wouldn't put a Brahmin in danger.
True.
Yeah. Wait,
How am
we
I
might
supposed to
get
fight
the Brahmin.
if I'm pulling a cart?
Exactly. That's why you drop the cart to fight. And then we fight and we do a retreat.
So you want me to be the Brahmin?
Well, but that might get you the Brahmin that would otherwise be on the cart.
Okay, let's roll. Manipulate again. And I'm going to give you a +1.
Okay.
Awesome, because that will be an 8.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm assuming the protecting the Brahmin argument, Kimi, was extra persuasive. That's why I was giving him a
yeah.
+1. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense for to her.
Okay. So on when you're manipulating a PC, they'll go along with it, but need some concrete assurance or evidence. And for PCs, you choose one. Oh, that's right. Yeah, on a 7 to 9. Yeah. You choose. If they go along with you, they mark experience. Oh, no, that's up to Kimi. So if you go along with his plan, you mark experience. If you dig your feet in, you get to erase one of their stat highlights for the remainder of the session. Do you have anything still highlighted?
yes. I
Okay,
do.
so that is an option.
Okay.
No. I think it's I do it to her if she refuses.
I don't know. It says if they go along with you, they mark experience. If
Yes,
they
if you
refuse,
erase one of their stat highlights.
oh,
So
Okay.
if she refuses, I can choose one of
okay,
those.
that's the cost
Yeah.
of her refusal.
And
okay.
so I'm going to say mark experience. I'm going to use the carrot, not the stick.
Well, first she has to decide if she's going along with you or refuse.
Yeah.
That's her choice. Oh, I see. You
Yeah.
pick one of
I
the bullet
pick one
points.
and then she
and then-
chooses carrot or stick.
Got it. Okay. So, yes. The stakes are, if you go along with it, you mark experience. If you don't, you don't.
I don't.
There's no
Okay.
other thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I explained that in the most confusing way possible.
If you get me a Brahmin or a dog, I'll pull the cart. And it will save the Brahmin. That would be a good idea.
Okay.
All right.
You gotta get a dog.
Looks like I'm going to go talk to Tandy.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, you find her just kind of...
This will be a great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this.
you find out Tandy's still up in her office and working on actually, you catch her sketching, right? And she's like, you come in and she's like, sorry, what? I was just doing some paperwork. And she like hurriedly kind of like shoves it into the desk drawer
Hannibal's going to pretend that he didn't notice at all.
Okay.
So Tandy, Mayor, I think I got just about everything in order. Like, we're good to go. I need a few things.
Okay.
Just to make it happen. First of all, we need to make a good showing of a fight, right?
Yeah.
Put the turrets on there, etc. But we don't really have any heavy weapons ourselves. And so for our power armor pilot, I was wondering if you have like anything like Gra's minigun, anything else like that that's available.
That's the only thing I know of. I mean, we recovered a couple rocket launchers from the clowns. But otherwise they just had sort of assault rifles and that sort of thing.
Do you have any rockets for those rocket launchers?
There was one.
That's a problem. That's
And
unfortunate.
She looks out her window at the marketplace like, shit, the twins left already. They probably have some rockets.
Okay, well, I mean, it's hard to make a good showing of a fight if we just leave without shooting. Is there any way you can convince Gra to let us borrow it? I mean, he and Hart have kind of had a rapport. They might really like it. I don't know what to do.
She looks very dubious. Right? I mean, Gra's property is his, and that's his decision. But he doesn't get it out every day. He gets it out on market days. And market days every other day. So tomorrow he doesn't need it. On the other hand, he likes having it.
I don't like the idea of him being upset at me.
Well,
maybe if you had maybe some like assault rifles or something like that.
we have plenty that we can loan you some assault rifles.
Or maybe I can work up some missiles. Yeah, let me see that missile as a what's the word I'm looking for? A stylus, something to copy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if I can make they don't even have to work well. Just fire off a bunch of missiles, and make things blow up before we leave. I think that'll work.
Yeah. All right. Just I think Gra put it somewhere. So
Okay. We'll grab that when we can.
yeah, I asked him to put it somewhere safe. So
The other thing is that I had a little bit of convincing I had to do with our power armor pilot, who we need, because I don't think we have an extra Brahmin around to pull a cart.
we don't have any Brahmin here. No.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to take care of on top of everybody else.
Exactly. That's why I didn't think we would. But that's
Although-
why we need.
I'll say, if we had one around, it'd be great. The fertilizer for the crops would really help.
Right. I mean, there's a lot you can do with nitrogen compounds, including explosives.
Oh.
Nitrogen. Never mind.
You're saying Brahmin shit is explosive?
Well, it can be used to make any type of fertilizer can be used to make explosives.
She looks so dubious. Like this is some vault dweller bullshit. Like you're trying to bullshit her. Well, not literally.
Right.
But she's not mad about it. She's just like not gonna fall for your joke. Like, okay, vault dweller hazing. Like, yeah, sure.
All right. There. But she wants a dog. Any dogs around, like mangy mutts,
There were
mongrels.
the only dogs I know of are. I mean, they have a dog fighting thing in Boneyard, but I don't.
Okay, that's good to know. I think that'll do.
I mean, okay, Boneyard's not a nice place.
No, but once I tell her that there are dogs that are fighting, we'll have to rescue them, and that will be good enough to get a dog.
Please do not start a war with the Boneyard.
I promise you we won't.
Okay,
We're
because
going
they
to.
also are, like, where the followers are, and we need our...
Oh, no, I
You
promise we won't.
Okay.
I promise we will not start a war with them.
Okay.
The dog war.
Great dog war.
Maybe the clowns have one.
Maybe.
Anyway, thank you so much. I think we're as soon as I can get that water quote unquote fixed,
Mm-hmm.
and get a cart, we'll be good to go.
Okay. Great.
Excellent.
All this talk of Brahmin has reminded Extra that the clown said that they had a lot of Brahmin shit at the plant. So she's gonna pop back and just pop her head into the brig and, hey clown.
Hi.
What's your name?
Ronald.
We'll
Go Curly.
Okay.
Curly.
Curly. Okay.
Curly number 7.
Your hair isn't, but that's okay.
Nope, it's straight black hair. It's like Tappy's length. It's basically Tappy's hair.
Poor bastard.
It's wavy at best. It's not
Yeah.
curly.
Yeah. Wavy black hair.
Yeah.
Medium length.
That's not how he got the nickname.
You mentioned Brahmin shit earlier.
Yeah.
Are there Brahmin at the Corvega plant?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
5 or 6.
Oh,
Heard.
good to know. Okay.
Yeah, it's when they would
Buddy.
raid a place, they would wipe it out and then bring a cart in and
Oh,
get everything they could and bring it back.
fascinating. Do they have any dogs?
Yeah. What's her face has a dog. Shoot, I don't really know her that well.
Could you describe her?
Huh?
Not just clown.
Yeah.
It's like a clown.
Yeah. She's like a little taller than you are. Keeps her head shaved so she can wear the orange curly wig. And is I don't know, like bigger than me.
Okay. All right. Curly.
And he's like real thin, like a raven turned
Okay.
into a man.
All right.
Scarecrow.
Got it.
So like everyone's bigger than him.
Yeah. Female, normal-sized clown with curly wig and shaved head.
Yeah.
Has a dog.
Has dog.
Okay. Cool, cool.
No.
Okay. All right. Blessings be upon you. Bye.
Do I have to stay in here forever?
No, of course not. There's a brief sequestering period where your solitude will allow you to contemplate your future.
Are there any more stim packs?
Oh, yes. I believe there are. I will ask them to administer you one.
Okay. If you want to get a stim pack sent into him, it's not just that it's a stim pack, it's that you have to convince Chick. Like, Chick was fine
Yeah.
turning around and letting you, like, knock the crap out of this guy, but, like, giving him a stim pack, I would need you to spend a barter.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, that's, his legs are back to
Cool.
98%, and... I mean, they're never going to be the same. They were like gravel. So,
I mean, sorry about it.
yeah.
Not sorry. He's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, all right. He's settling in to wait his time.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Chick Norris to let him out when we're done with our plan.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, yeah. She's like, well, I guess I'm a little worried about. Yeah. Okay. So after you deal with the clowns.
Yeah, after we deal with the clowns.
Okay.
He has been converted. He seems enthusiastic. I'm going to put him to work in the chapel after the clowns have been dealt with.
Okay. Outside the vault.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can take him out of here, but he's not going to be let back in.
I wouldn't ask that.
Okay.
Yeah. He can stay out there.
Okay. Well, we'll keep him for now.
Okay.
Is there... So it sounds like I know what everyone wants to do to get set up for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also I'm going to show up to Chick Norris with a bunch of, like, jewelry made out of, like, copper wire wrapped around crystals or pretty rocks or shit like that.
Yeah.
So, like a nice ring, like a necklace, and, like, an armband, and then, like, maybe, like, some...
Is this stuff
like
you made or
gauntlets or
bought in the market?
Stuff I bought.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe, like, some, like, gauntlets or something punchy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, well, you know she had those shock baton gloves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe, like, something that you can, like, a thing she can wear on it that, like, runs off the power so it glows. Oh, no, I'd have to make that. Never mind.
You do find a pair of brass knuckles with, like, jagged pieces of metal welded onto it. So, you know,
All right.
that's cool.
That's fighty.
It's some, and you know what? It's the kind of gift you wouldn't have gotten yourself. Right. But it's nice when somebody cares enough to think of you and get you something you'd want, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just thoughtful.
But I also want it to be, or just, like, pretty things.
Yeah.
Along with it.
Yeah, like
a smash
brass
thing.
knuckles
Yeah.
with jagged metal welded to it. Mm-hmm. Is that not pretty?
That's super pretty.
So I'm trying to figure out if we can jump to, like, loading up the cart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted
yeah.
to do one more quick thing.
Yep.
I just wanted to check in with my followers and see if there were any donations during their rounds.
There weren't many,
Okay.
but the people were talking, you know? And so people want to come back and have, like, on the next market day, like, maybe see a service or
Yeah.
something, and they're interested. They're like, what is avocado? You know, like, they're like, well, it's green and mushy and delicious, and everyone's like, I don't,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right. So
But they're curious, and
Yeah.
there were some donations.
they're avo curious.
Avo curious. Perfect. The rumors are beginning.
Yes.
Okay. Very cool.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I assume you have scrolled away somewhere, like, once the Gek has created arable land, like, you have enough stuff to plant some avocado trees and...
Yeah, and some grapevines.
Yeah,
and
get that stuff
whatnot.
working again.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I think we had to talk to Gra about... Oh, yeah.
I was not even going to bother.
Okay.
Because it's like, she's like, he's not going to do it. She knows way more than I do. Like, I'm not even going to try.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've got anything to do. Maybe
All right.
quick chat with overseer. Just say the plan is in place.
Okay.
Let's not worry about
Yeah,
overlook for
she,
right now.
She trusts you implicitly at this
Yeah.
point, so...
If someone who's, like, I don't know, hypnotic talked to Gra, I'm sure they might be able...
Well, just to be clear, what Tandy said is that would be Gra's decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't want to, like, she's not going to go ask him to do it. But if he wants to, that's his stuff, and that's up
well, then
to
I
him.
will definitely ask Syndy if she wants to ask Gra.
I'll talk to Gra.
You don't have to,
I don't know.
but it'll make the plan work.
Gra is not very talky.
I don't know. You're the most
He
convincing
talks to
person
Hart
I've
a
ever met.
bunch.
Yeah, I mean, like Hart has a whole. I've barely ever talked to Gra, and he not a big vocabulary.
You're shockingly convincing.
I don't know. Like, Gra is not my type.
Well, he doesn't have to be yours. You just have to be his.
I'll give you you have insight, and you're already expressing what you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Is that you could probably convince him, but it's not going to be the same as convincing a human.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll be at a -1.
Yeah.
For your hot roll.
It's good. It would be tough.
Yeah. Or I think you roll weird instead, or
I mean,
you roll hot to,
got a rocket launcher.
to do.
But
yeah,
it just
it's
would
all
be better.
hot.
Yeah. So you could definitely try. It's not like you're at a huge disadvantage, but you are going to be at a -1 for that roll because he doesn't see you the way that other people see you.
Right. I don't know. I don't.
All right.
I think we can do it without it.
C'est la vie. All right.
Yep.
All right.
I guess it's our neck out there.
Kimi mouthed or ask Heart.
I think I could ask Hart.
It's kind of mad at me right now. All right.
Or I could ask Hart.
Oh my god, this game of telephone is
Yes.
wild.
It is pretty good.
That sounds
I could ask Hart.
fantastic.
All right.
All right.
I'll go ask Hart.
Okay, so I assume you're prepping your war suit.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You show up in the workshop.
Show up
It's
in the
just the
workshop.
two of you in there.
Yep. Hey, Hart, how's it going?
Hey, Syndy. Good. It's very good.
Oh, that's good.
I'm polishing
Things are
my
good.
armor. Yeah, good.
I think it's important to note, what is Syndy wearing?
Cindy is wearing their usual very tight-fitting silver jumpsuit, off-shoulder,
Nice.
various body parts exposed kind of situation.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
cutouts.
Lots of cutouts.
Is there an 818 on it anywhere? Or
Oh
is this,
yeah, there's
okay.
definitely definitely a light up 818. It's not a vault suit by any. It is a
It's
body suit.
yeah, okay, bodysuit. That makes sense.
Yes,
Um,
with a spandex like,
so
but
yeah,
also metal,
Heart.
leaning real close to Heart. What's this part of the armor do?
That is
Yeah,
the gun part that shoots the things.
Okay,
Thing, yeah.
that's the gun part's the technical term for it.
No, no. It's. I was trying to make it simple.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I like all the jargon.
The jargon. I like jargon.
Yeah, jargon is
Yeah.
good. But I mean, these are really good guns.
They are.
This is really good. But
Yeah.
I was thinking. I noticed that Gra had that big
Right.
gun.
Yeah. No, he does.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And I was
Yeah.
thinking, I was talking it over a little bit with our friends, and thinking that like having that when we went out there would
Right.
be really helpful.
Yeah, but Hannibal said he didn't want Gra to go.
Yeah, but Gra doesn't have to go, but we could use his gun.
Oh,
And I mean, I like Gra. Gra's great.
he's great.
He is really great, but I don't know him as well. You two hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's kind of a friend now. It's kind of nice to have a friend
exactly.
now. Yeah.
It's nice, and I'm glad you two are friends.
Yeah.
It might be nice if maybe you could ask him. You could ask him to borrow his gun.
Oh, I mean, a gun's kind of an important thing.
Oh, it's very important, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
mean,
needs it, but
yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need it all the time.
that's true. I guess. I mean, only if you got attacked.
Yeah, and we could really use it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we are going to get attacked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to leave. It's a whole thing, but we
Yeah.
are going to get attacked, and we want it to look good.
Right. It would look. It would look very good.
Right.
It would look very good.
You would look great with it.
You think so?
Yeah, it would really look great.
Excellent.
All
I rather than having you roll manipulate, I'd like you to do something under fire.
Okay. 10 on the dice, and then plus cool.
Yeah.
All right, so 12, and it's highlighted.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
First of all, I like the wording, when you do something under fire or dig in to endure fire. Well, cool. On a 10 plus, you do it. So you have an opportunity, at least it seems like you have an opportunity to really impress your crush.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you want to, how do you want to embrace that opportunity?
I think especially when Cindy's like, "You'd look really good with that."
Mm-hmm.
Why? Okay. Yes, I will. I will look good, and I will get the thing that will make you think me look good.
Yes.
That I look good.
Yes, you will look good, and getting it, just the act of getting it
Yes.
from Gra,
Yeah.
is going to be pretty
Yeah.
cool in my eyes.
Yeah, and she feels like she's good friends with Gra, so there might be a shot of this actually happening. So
Okay.
yeah. No, I can go ask him. That's a good idea. And
All right.
yeah,
Cool. I'm glad you think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I just,
yeah,
just thought that you were the person that I should talk to about that.
yeah.
I'm glad we had this talk. I'm glad we
Me
had this
too.
time.
Yeah, I'm
is really
glad.
nice.
Very glad.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Thank you.
Just let me
for
know when you
that.
get the gun.
Oh yeah.
Syndy knows how heart feels, right? Yeah, okay.
I think super.
So people out in the market know how heart feels. Yeah.
Cindy goes by and there's just little like hearts.
Yeah.
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 Not subtle.
Okay, so I think we have time for you to go talk to Gra.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. She'll go. Gra.
What?
Hey. Okay.
He had nodded off.
Yeah.
But
So-
he's still standing by the market, with his big gun just kind of floating
Yeah.
there behind him.
So I have a big favor to ask you, and I promise I'll take care of it. I'll be like super, super, super good and careful with it tomorrow.
Big favor.
Yes.
I'm a big guy.
You are. You're good at big favors. Sorry. Anyway. So
He's just grinning. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't laugh. He's like, yeah, that was pretty good.
right. So there's this girl, and her name's Syndy, and they're just amazing, and they're great, and they
met her.
Yeah.
Madame.
Yeah, them. And they just are like, I've really liked them for a very long time. There's not a lot of people in the vault, and they're kind of special in the vault. And anyway, they said that they thought it would look really good for this thing that we're doing tomorrow if I had like your gun on my power armor suit. I promise I'll take care of it and I'll bring it back.
My gun.
Yeah, that one, the big one.
He like looks over his shoulder and it moves. He's like, oh, and then like kind of moves it back where he could see it.
I mean, it would look very impressive. I promise I'll bring it back.
Syndy uses my gun?
No, I would use it.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
They probably can't lift it.
No, they can't. They do dancing, not shooting.
But I need it for market day.
Right. When is the next market day?
2 days.
Oh, okay. We should have it tomorrow. No problem. And then I can bring it back tomorrow, and you have it for the day after that.
Let's roll manipulate.
Okay.
You're at a +1 for
Okay.
your relationship status.
Okay. Good. 7,
Yay.
6.
+1.
Oh no, +1. So yeah, 7 exactly.
Hey!
Roll a 7. I'm at a -1, but I got +1.
He says, yes.
Okay.
Obviously, if it breaks, I need a new one
Okay.
from you.
Yeah.
And you buy ammo from me.
Okay.
It's expensive.
Oh, okay.
So the equivalent is like he'd need a barter.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause, yeah, he's going to have to buy more ammo if you shoot off a bunch.
Yeah.
But if you bring back all the ammo, he'll give you your barter back.
Okay, perfect. I'm good at that.
Okay. So yeah, he that night once market day shuts down, he'll bring it to the workshop and help you attach it to the back of your power armor.
Love it when a plan comes together.
The words of your house.
So, do we want this thing to leave like early tomorrow morning, at nighttime? Like, when did you want this thing to roll out?
Well, it all depends on where it got ambushed last time and how far away the. Basically, I want to be in the afternoon, rolling by where they would probably ambush it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. How long does it take to walk from Burbank to Glendale? 6 hours?
6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. Yeah.
We'll say 6.
Then we leave in the morning.
Okay.
Before we do that, because she kind of made her mad earlier by accident, Extra is going to find Hart to tell her about the animals at the Corvega plant.
Aww.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's great. That's a...
Yeah, they have 5 Brahmin and 1 dog.
There's a dog?
There is a dog. A normal-sized, curly-haired wig, shaved head female clown.
Nice.
Curly couldn't remember the name.
Oh, that's not the type of dog?
No,
Oh.
that's the woman.
Oh.
Clown.
Okay. I don't know very much about dogs.
Me either. I mean,
yeah.
we don't have any. I know some people used to carry them in purses.
Right.
It's very weird. But they have a dog.
You don't think they're going to feed the bad water to the dog, right?
Well, no, they'll use that for the clowns first.
Oh,
they
okay.
probably have their own water situation for the animals.
Probably. Yeah.
Like we wouldn't give our champagne to the animals. Like we have
Why?
drinking fluids for us and different ones for the animals. It's not good for the animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're our friends though.
Well, yes, but if your friend is allergic to, gluten, you don't give them gluten.
Normal people eat gluten. Sorry, in my head, like our vault is gluten free.
You're probably not
pretty
wrong.
sure it is. Yeah. What was the point of bringing gluten into that vault? Like, just so people could say, "I'll have mine gluten free."
Probably says that like on the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Gluten free.
Okay.
Jumpsuits are gluten-free.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Right.
once we take out these clowns, we can go and rescue the animals.
That's great. That's great. I could have a whole group of them, and they could all be our friends, and we won't feed them any of our champagne.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Good. I have to name the dog. I have to think of a name for the dog, and the Brahmin. 6 names.
Imagine how many heads that is. That's 10-part harmony.
Wait, does each one need a name?
No, I think the 2 heads can share the same name.
You'll have to ask.
Like
somebody.
twins.
Yes, obviously.
They love that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You're like the world's smallest super mutant.
Extra is actually a little bit excited because she heard that like cow moo and harmony, and is now like imagining herself harmonizing with the cows in the morning. It's a little bit like, hey, get into this animal thing.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Okay.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. So we have we'll wind down tonight with the early morning departure of this loaded down caravan with the that big barrel, not barrel, but like it was like the inside of a water tower, hauled that up onto a wagon that you're able to procure for this. We don't have a Brahmin to pull it, but we do have a Hart, and the wagon has a couple of turrets that you've managed to rig up, and is otherwise ready to go.
Yeah.
The gates are open for you, and you hit the road.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah. And we have finally left Overlook. I'm just waiting for somebody to go, wait, I have to go back in.
No. The plan's pretty taken care of. I think it's good.
Okay, so we have to do the end of session moves.
Oh, side note, I
yep.
did want to bring the guns that I had my followers buy in the market on this plan.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Get some handguns.
Yeah.
Are any of your followers coming with you? I know you had like a small cadre who would follow you around.
Yeah, I think I have like 3 essential ones that follow me.
Okay.
So we want to keep it small, so I'll probably take 2 of those.
Okay, we should probably name that core group.
It's a good idea. One
Yeah.
of them is, let's say, Lively, the yoga interrupter.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll
Okay.
name the other 2.
Yeah. Okay, cool. The and obviously, if there's someone we think of as we're leaving next time, we can make all that work. So don't worry about that. So at the end of the session, choose a character who knows you better than they used to. If there's more than one, choose one at your whim. Tell that player to add +1 to their history with you, right? So they will add 1, whoever you pick. And if it goes to +4, they reset to +1, and they get to mark XP. If no one knows you better, choose a character who doesn't know you as well as they thought. Or choose any character at your whim. Tell that character to take -1 to their HX. If this would bring them to -3, they reset to 0 and get XP. So, your relationships can go negative. But let's start with Heart. Does somebody know you better than they used to?
Yeah, I think Extra might. Wait, do I pick 1 plus or 1 negative?
No, if they know you better, then it's going to be a positive
Yeah.
one. And if they don't know you as well as they thought, then it's a negative.
Okay, I think Hannibal would be, like, he didn't know me as well as he thought.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Hannibal, your relationship with Heart is -1.
Yeah.
All right, what's that put you at?
Puts me at +2.
Okay.
Because I got 2 up when I got headbutted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and...
I feel like our relationship's going to be up and down a lot.
Yeah, that's all right. Hannibal.
I think Extra knows Hannibal better because she was inside his head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like a Russian doll situation where,
Yeah.
like, she was in Dr. Giggles' head and Dr.
Yeah.
Giggles was in your head.
And it's also like Hannibal has an answer for everything except for magic clowns in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's something you don't have a plan for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah.
Weird clown shit. Not for you. Got it.
Okay, so you get +1 to
Okay.
your Hannibal relationship. What's
That
that?
brings me to 3.
Okay, so one more of those and you'll get an XP.
Okay.
Syndy?
I don't know. I don't think anyone this time. I don't think I interacted. I interacted mostly with the NPCs.
Okay. Well,
Hannibal kind of saw how schemy you are.
and
That's true.
and you had a connection with Heart.
That's true.
Was it though?
Was it though? It was mostly manipulative.
Sure. Yeah, if that's
Although
what
you
it is.
didn't, yeah, that's true.
It could also be that somebody doesn't know you as well as they thought, and they need a -1 to that relationship.
I guess maybe Hannibal didn't know me as well
Ah, okay.
as Hannibal thought.
Yeah, so you leave yours. Hannibal changes his.
Hannibal changes
Yeah.
his.
Alright, that puts me at +0.
Okay.
I don't know you at all.
Not at all.
And Extrabeth.
You know what? I think Hannibal doesn't know me as well as he thought because he was surprised that she had the maps and was like, "Oh, I guess next time I gotta ask you first." Like, you did all this work. Where'd that come from?
I like that. I like that. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, Hannibal.
Whatever.
Rough day.
Yeah, it's big on Hannibal who did all this prep and planning.
did all the shit. And his plan worked, so who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't worked yet, but
Yeah.
he managed to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been scheming, but in the meantime, didn't keep track of his friends as well as usual.
Yeah. Kind of put the social
sense.
capital on the line
Put a lot of social capital on the
Yeah.
line.
to put a plan
Yeah, if
together.
If this goes belly up, boy,
yeah.
do I have a lot of things to
Yeah.
answer for.
Yeah.
Go belly up.
You are deeply invested. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's our story for this week. I think we're back in 2
I think so. I think it's...
We're back on the
Yeah, check
regular-
out happyjacks.org/schedule.
Yeah, it's on the
That's
schedule.
all
We
right
write things
and
down.
correct. We do. That we do well. And yeah, thank you guys so much. If you haven't done it already, please leave a review on iTunes or whatever podcatcher you're listening to, or subscribe on Twitch or YouTube. That's the thing. If you're watching there. So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.